Hello, everybody, and welcome to Roll with Advantage. My name is Joe, and welcome to another wonderful session of the the Tales of Evrand. I almost said the Explorers of Affair. I did, yeah. Let's go ahead and roll the intro and get right into it. Woo! All right. And with that, on Ripperoni, we're back. With that, John, go ahead and take it away.
Hey, guess what? Session 19. One more session until the big 2-0. 20 sessions. Oh my God. Anyway, welcome to Evrand. First, before we get into it, like we have been doing, Rachel, what's the look for this week?
Today's week is Gak, and let me move my mic. And his little frog friend Chip.
Oh, Chip.
That is adorable.
Yeah, Chip.
A true star.
Nick, your shirt doesn't say Chip, does it?
It says Chirp.
Also, you're muted.
Very close. Yeah, Nick, you're muted.
It says Chirp.
Close enough. So, like always with our awkward introductions, we're gonna get right into it. And this week is Kayla as Yursa doing the summary because I don't do that. The players do.
I don't know. Seems kind of lazy, John.
Well,
John,
I learned it from
will
somebody.
ask you, how do I pronounce the month so I'm not saying Elias?
Just say Alias. It's Elysius.
Elysius. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Rachel, for that.
Of course.
Okay, because I was sitting here just saying
Elias.
Okay, so on the calendar next to it, I put a little. I asked Rachel. I was like, "How would you do? What is it called?
Phonetics.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. There's a little phonetic so that people don't say Alias.
Oh yes.
Can you say it one more time? Elysius?
I said like Elysius, but it could be Elysius. Elysius.
They say that in Hambleport. Elias.
Elias.
Fucking God.
Stop saying it because it's gonna
At
replace.
least Alan does.
Elysius.
Elysius.
You ready, Freddy's? Oh no.
Yes.
I think so.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
My ping dropped for some reason. Okay.
Hold on, let me give you some music.
Okay.
Give me that ping.
Not that one. Okay, there you go.
Some happy music.
Oh, that one's not happy either. Jesus Christ, what is happening here?
Oh,
here we go.
I don't have row 20 pulled up. Oh my goodness.
Okay, session 19, the first of Elysius. Or Elias. Reuniting this morning at the tavern, Gak has revealed to us that his spellbook, which he found one day in the forest, has spoken to him. Words and spells seem to simply appear on the pages. With information from Clara and Gideon having taken a look over, this spellbook is an extremely powerful artifact, as people who do not possess any skill whatsoever can use the magic and use this spellbook to cast. Now apparently, there is a man by the name of Enrali who can help Gak better understand and use this book. Enrali, however, is an artist to the west. Now I do believe we plan to head there after our business in the Whitecrest Mountains are over. Faye and Gideon warn against trusting in ancient sentient objects, as Gak must be careful moving forward. I also share with the group that I am indeed okay after that strange sickness. Though I hate to admit it, I was growing rather worried. Maybe even afraid. But I did not want to be a burden to the others, so I'm very happy that they thought of me regardless. While sharing this exciting news and knowing we must travel north, I took this time to ask Faye what we should know about his home. He tells us that it is very cold and very old. but also to be on our best behavior. I did make sure to mention to everyone to not be weird moving forward. And after our lovely breakfast and deciding we should leave town, we went to visit the mayor one last time, Lord Stefan Braveheart. He welcomed us to his garden and thanked us for saving the town. He rewarded us with a hefty amount of gold and even a plot of land within the city. A very kind gift indeed. Lord Braveheart even speaks with Vey about establishing a trade route up to the White Crest Mountains. With that, and after some quick shopping, Rian was very sweet and came in to check on me. I shared with him that one of my secrets to connecting to the larger, often overlooked world around me is through specific meditation. You know, he gets such an odd look in his eyes sometimes when he speaks with me. It's sort of a funny look in a kind way. Rian did tell me that he and Vey went on a walk this evening where Vey revealed he's rather nervous about all of us heading to his home. Vey was very to the point that it is extremely important that no one from the Valamine Empire can know where he comes from. We must not talk about it. And I absolutely will do everything in my power to make sure to keep it a secret. I understand well the risk of letting the others, and even ones you think you can trust, into your home, especially if a great power resides there. Gak during this time meditates with his book. It speaks to him once again, calling itself, insert name I can't pronounce here, Izeron? Yes. The book's Izeron, thank you. The book states that it does not know why Gak found it, but is trying to help him. He is always here. That's in parentheses, because Yrsa didn't know that happened. Morning comes, and we finally make our departure from the town of Wobra, not without discussing a bit of what Rian called battle tactics. A formation or a technique of sorts for whenever we encounter battle next. I admit I am no warrior, but I will do what I can to pull my weight for my new friends. Our journey north has taken us along the raised road. I never thought I'd be this far north before, and learning about this landmark truly has amazed me. Though my heart hurts for the hundreds of lost souls that seem trapped in these ancient ruins all along this road, I can tell Basil too is hurting. We are warned not to travel off the road or into these ruins, for a certain death awaits. For the evening, we plan to camp on the road just to be safe. We did, however, meet a few other travelers who revealed that magical fire seems to keep these spirits away. But I would rather be safe than sorry, as some of these spirits seem more aggressive than others. I do have an odd feeling about these next few days on this road, but we must keep our strength up and our smiles bright. The end. What'd you say, oh no, about?
You cut out.
You cut out.
Oh.
For like a long time.
Yeah.
Really? The
But-
fuck?
But we still heard the end of the sentence. It was weird.
Yeah,
it was
sped
like,
up.
yeah, if somebody paused you.
Yeah.
Oh.
They had the remote from Click.
Yeah.
There's like,
That's awkward.
And then at 2 times speed, it was like. And then
Oh, that's fucking weird. Do you want me to reread?
no,
It was like so
you're good.
silent, and then all of a sudden, the end.
I'm so sorry.
You're good.
I don't know, my ping stuff is dropping in and out. Weirdly.
I think mine is 2.
I think Discord might be having some
Oh.
issues.
I
I was
apologize.
having issues earlier.
You don't need to
Everybody was
apologize for
very
their
happy.
servers.
Yeah, Discord, get your shit together.
Yeah, fucking Discord.
Also, if you want to sponsor us, you can do that.
Please give us money.
That's what I said.
Discord has a great product.
Unless you give us money.
So, thank you, Kayla. That was an amazing summary.
Well, I feel like it wasn't now.
It was great.
It was.
We heard everything. It just paused you and then resumed you at the end.
Yeah.
Like it all fit together. You know,
Okay,
it was a
Melissa.
complete sentence. So with that, as night fell and you all did take and create
Is night okay?
Damn, Joe, get out. That wasn't even funny.
I
Go
wouldn't
away.
have said it, but
Exactly
Nick laughed, and Nick laughing sparked me, and I couldn't contain
Joe,
it.
what did you talk about 2 weeks ago?
Seriousness.
I was doing that for you, Joe. I laughed, and that was all I did.
I couldn't. I'm sorry.
We're gonna go back. So
Okay.
as night fell, and you all set up camp. If anybody's watching this, we'll get to the game eventually. I promise.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Nick.
Night, don't encourage them. Don't act like you've fallen. As the sun has set, you all. God damn it.
Mute yourself. Mute yourself.
Whew. Hold on. Okay. We pick up where we left off with the party on the road of the raised road. The sun has set. Rian and Vey just talked to the two individuals off the side of the road. Would look to be like some sort of archaeologists or relic hunters or some sort of group of these individuals that look to have like they had been going into the ruins nearby. As you all head back, we pick up where we left off with watches, and as I move us to Rian and Basil on first watch.
Shit, dude, that's right. Fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
I would like both of you
Rian
to roll
says as
me.
he sits down.
Just the dude I wanted to
Both of
see.
you to roll me a perception check.
With my 120-foot dark vision, you got it, dude.
Okay. Yep.
Where am I? I'm using the D&D Beyond app on the iPad, and I've never used it before, so this is a great time to experiment.
It's kind of garbage.
Yeah,
I mean, no, it's not. If D&D Beyond wants to sponsor
D&D
us,
Beyond, give us money, and we'll talk nicely about your product. This is how you get sponsorships.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's a 24.
Ooh, 24. Basil?
17.
Oh, okay. So, as the darkness kind of sets in around the road that you currently are on, the firelight of the campfire around you illuminating ever so slightly outside of, I believe, like it's about 60 feet or so. After that 60 feet, once you see the light kind of hit off of the cobblestone road, it's almost like that the darkness around kind of swallows up the light just a little bit. You can also see on either side throughout the forest in the ruins, left, right, behind you, and forward, there's this creeping fog that kind of rolls in. With that, the two of you start your first watch.
Finally left Willbrook.
Yes, and believe me, I'm very happy about that. As much as I liked the sight of nature and civilization intermingling it, I don't know. I'm still not a huge fan of large groups of people like that.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't know if I would consider this better. I guess preferences for sure. Not my cup of tea.
Not a fan of camping? Is that what I'm hearing?
Not that. More just like seeing dead people everywhere. And it's been a lot, and that's coming from me.
Yeah, I can understand that. So, you had mentioned before that it's been a little overwhelming here. I'm assuming then you've been seeing a lot of spirits?
A lot. And just feeling their presence too. It's like I see so many, but then I feel that there's just so many more without me being able to see them. It feels a little suffocating. I can feel their sadness and the confusion of just being here. It's like they're replaying their end every single day, and they're not able to find their way. They're just stuck in the in-between.
Gods. That's
not nice.
Yeah, no, that's quite horrendous. So, with that ability you have, it's that wherever somebody died, even if their corpse isn't there, you can still speak with their spirit sometimes? Or do you just see...
Depends. For the most part, for people, some people when they die, they do just move on. They do move to the afterlife. But for others who have some sort of unresolved feelings, unfinished businesses, they're confused as to why they're here. Some of them don't even know that they're dead. And I have to tell them that they have passed on. So you can see them in a general radius around the area where they died. May not be the exact spot. Sometimes I'll fall upon personal items, bones, clothes, various things that can help me get an idea of the area that they were around, where they were laying, possibly how they died. But for the most part, they're usually within 60-foot radius of where they passed on.
So, if I'm following correctly, then that means you wouldn't be able to say if you found an item that had a lot of meaning to a person, unless you're near where they died, you wouldn't be able to communicate with them then?
It would be very difficult. And it could be... I've had a lot of experience with this in my life, but I've never gone searching for an item that belonged to someone. It was mostly just me trying to find that person to help them go into the afterlife. And for the most part, none of them really mention things that they've left behind. There was one man, actually, I had just left Rodale, and he was very kind, but he was just wandering around in the woods, and he had been attacked by a bear, I believe. He told me to take something. I don't remember what it was. I want to say maybe it was a medallion or a necklace or something. Take it back to his wife, and then tell her that he had a stash of money for them in the house. And he kind of had to tell me where his body was. Unfortunately, when people have passed on, there isn't always a very deep connection between their souls and their bodies. I can sense their souls very easily. But after they've left the body and a certain amount of time has gone on, it's not as easy for me to find their personal items, to find their bodies, unless they are right there.
So
I do ask.
Well, I was just curious, have you ever tried to commune with just an item?
I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't. I've never thought to. Mostly only dead people. I guess it'd be worth a shot. I can't promise anything, but do you have something you're wanting me to find?
And you see Rian, he's been leaning, like Hikari is like laying down right now, and Rian's kind of like leaning into him. And he says, he takes a long moment and says, if you'd be willing to try, I'd be willing to give you something.
I mean, are you just going to throw it somewhere in the woods, have me close my eyes and me try to find it?
No, I don't know how the magic works. What I'm asking is if I gave you this item that has a strong connection to someone, would you be able to speak with them?
Do you have it with you now?
I do.
Well, there's one way to find out.
Yeah. And he'll kind of lean back and unstrap one of the saddlebags and reach in. And you can see he pulls out what looks to be a small, maybe 7-8 inch, what looks to be like a small wooden sword, almost like a dagger. That has like this leather bound hilt to it. All of it's made out of wood, but you can see that along the edges there are these. It looks like it was in maybe a house fire or something, where just bits and pieces of it are burned. And he'll very delicately hand it to you.
So, I have the spell Unburn. I don't know if that would... I'm assuming it could fix... Because, like, it says, like, restore corpse, scriptures, rust. But, like, would it...
Let's see. So what are you attempting? Are you trying to like mend the item? Like,
if I was gonna first, I want to see if I can do it before I ask, because I don't want to ask it and not be able to do it.
Yeah. So, well, it depends on what you're trying to do. Obviously, well, one, this is not a corpse, so you wouldn't be able to restore corpse. This is a small wooden sword. There's no scriptures on it. And it's a wooden sword. There's no rust either, so this spell probably wouldn't affect in the way you would like.
Cool.
What do you... I guess my question is... I think I understand what Rian's trying to ask Basil. Which is communicate with the person that was most related to this item, correct?
Yeah. I was also just gonna have Basil see if she can like mend it a little bit. So it wasn't like as fragile.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
Okay. Rian.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say if I could fix this so that it's not as fragile? Of course, you're more than welcome to say no.
No. That would be fine.
And so, then Basil will cast Unburn. Not Revivify. That is not the one.
The sword is alive.
The sword.
I will say, if you want to say, you have mending, don't you?
But I don't have it
prepared.
No, I don't.
Okay. For this one, I'll allow the unburn to work.
Much
So
obliged.
So Rian, as Basil's holding this this small wooden sword, you watch as her hands ignite in fire, and it encapsulates the entire sword. But it is not orange or red fire. It is this very delicate, almost purple. As the fire subsides, the burn marks, pot marks, and destruction of said sword returns perfectly to normal.
Now you don't have to be as gentle with it. Let me see if... I guess first, do you have the name of who you're trying to reach?
Yes,
We can take it slow if it's hard for you. Or if you want to write it down, you can do that too.
Yeah. And he'll take out a journal and he'll scratch something down onto it, and he writes the name Isaac.
Aww. Not to ruin this super sweet moment, but D&D Beyond just kicked me out.
It's okay.
I'm trying to get it. Okay, I'm in. What did you say his name was, Joe?
He wrote down Isaac.
Isaac. So Basil gently just holds it in her hands, looks down. Marianne wrote the name Isaac. And then, John, what kind of role would this be?
It's a good question. I would say...
And I already told John this, and Rachel, I understand that this might not work at all, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, okay. So don't feel bad if it doesn't work.
Cool.
Insight check.
Insight? Ooh. Hot damn.
Wow. Well, the DC was very high. Now, just to say, again, the DC was very high. Natural 20s don't auto-succeed on checks. However, 24, it's odd. Basil, you're trying to tap into an object that has meaning and history to it. There are spells throughout the world that you would know and others would know that actually deal in this kind of magic. However, Rian, you watch as Basil's holding the sword. Her eyes kind of gloss over ever so slightly and quickly, almost like glass. And they're reflective. Like you can see yourself inside of them. Basil, you get the faintest and quickest image of a little boy swinging this sword, while on the other side you see a much younger Rian playing with the boy, and the vision immediately goes away. Rian, because of your unnatural passive perception, you actually see this play on Basil's eyes.
That's cool. Really sad. Is Basil able to get a feel of if this boy had passed and like...
It's hard to the only thing you get is this vision. No emotions or anything else.
Okay. Maisel just closes her eyes and opens them again, and that glossiness is gone.
As soon as you open your eyes, Rian hugs you.
Oh, Basil's just gonna hug him back.
And it is a tight hug.
Basil will hug back with just as much might.
Thank you.
Who was he?
He was my son. It's been so long since I've seen him.
He loves you. He loves you.
I know he does.
You're a good father, Rian. Just by that little snippet that I saw, you both were very happy.
I loved him so much.
I know. You'll always be a good father. You will always love him. You can always lean on me with your burdens, Rian.
Okay.
If you need a shoulder to cry on, I'll always be there.
I'll kind of pull back and wipe the tears away.
Basil reaches forward and rubs a stray tear out from his cheek.
Thank you.
I don't want to pry. And you can tell me as much or as little as you want. Is Isaac with us? Or has he gone to Field of Roses in the sky?
If I'm being entirely honest, I don't know. As far as I do know, he, is no longer with us.
What makes you unsure?
And you can see him kind of wince a little bit, reliving a painful memory. And I just am. And I maybe another night I can talk about it more, but
Of course.
I need some time to think,
Of
to
course.
process.
You told me something so personal, and I appreciate you trusting me with this. I don't want to tell my story multiple times, so in return I can tell you mine, my secrets, when everyone else is awake.
Are you sure?
It's probably for the best of the group, because if things were to go wrong, it would end very badly for me, and I just don't want to put any of you in harm's way, so I think it would be best to be honest.
All right. I'll be with you every step of the way.
You say that now, but I haven't told you. You should get some sleep, though. I can take the rest of the watch if you need to take some time.
No, I'll stay and watch. I just need some quiet to reflect. That's all. And he'll kind of lean over and give you one more quick hug, and then go back to leaning up against Akari.
Okay. As your night's watch comes to an end, Rien, as you are getting ready to wake up, either Vey or Gak, whoever you should so choose, that fog and that darkness is alight with these very faint glows that you finally see for the first time of these flowers that kind of spatter across the grassland. They are these blue, luminescent lilies that give off this very faint, like, dusty glow. You've heard of these before. You've just never been this far north of Valamine. These are known as Moon Lilies. And as you look up, you can see there is a full moon above. And there's this feeling of being watched, but not in the sense of evil. More so by those who you love.
And he'll definitely, he'll definitely take that in.
Okay.
It's odd in his head, even with what just happened. His immediate thought when he thinks of that is the party. And then there is this sort of twist of grief that he has because there are two other individuals that he knows he should have thought of first, but he didn't. And so with whoever he goes to wake up, he's very curt about it. And then he's definitely going to head to bed immediately.
Right. So, Basil and Rien head to bed as the next watch is Vey and Gak.
I feel like I was shot. Like, I just...
Me too, man. I didn't expect to cry today. Those were real tears, man.
Those were real tears too.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Good start.
Yeah.
Good start.
Yeah.
My eyebrow is twitching. That only happens when I'm like trying not to cry. How dare you do that to me? I was having a good day.
I'm so sorry.
So glad, Brian, that you got back before that happened. Yeah. So, Vey and Gak, you wake up. You head over by the fire. At this time, the fog has kind of creeped back into the forest. But the Moon Lilies, Vey, you've seen them before. Gak, it's this beautiful sight as you wake up. You are surrounded on all sides off of the path of these bright, glowing, luminescent flowers. And the dark covering of the ground around is lit up in these little patches of blue. It's beautiful as you sit next to the fire with Vey sitting next to the fire with Gak. You may take your watch, and I would like you both to roll perception checks.
For sure.
15.
7. Vay's
Your
cannily
watch
staring
starts.
at the flowers. He's like, ooh, so pretty. There could be a monster in the woods. We wouldn't know.
Gak is staring at the flowers for a while. He eventually just turns to Vay. He goes,
Hey, Vay.
Yes, Gak?
Are you normal?
For, socially, yes. Physically, no.
Okay, because, Yursa said that when we go to your place, we have to act normal. But every person in this group acts differently.
Right.
So I don't know what normal is. And
No.
I know that, like, if people were coming to my house, I'd want to make sure that everyone was on best behavior, and I want to make sure that they're like, so we take off shoes in my house. So is that something we need to do at yours?
So we have shoes for the outside, and then we have shoes for the inside. And you leave the shoes for the outside the door.
That's kind of like mine, except we just don't put on another pair of shoes.
Right. And to be clear, when I say normal, I guess that's a very broad word to use, and there's many definitions of it, and I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. I think that the group as people is fairly chaotic, unpredictable, and so I guess reeling that back in would be better than just saying normal.
How do you act predictable?
I mean, and you can see that Vay's sitting there, like, trying to describe what, like just socially what he's grown up, and he's like, this is hard. This is hard. He's like, I guess predictability is that you tell people what you're going to do before you do it, and then you get a group consensus of whether that is a good or a bad thing to do. Sometimes it is a very quick consensus. Sometimes you can talk about it for longer, but there should be, like, a general conversation of what you're going to do, so then people can predict and be ready for the outcome of said action.
Okay. I just want to make sure that when we go to your house, we don't, like, upset your parents or anything like that, because I know, like, I don't know a lot about where you're from. I've never been there, but it sounds like we both lived with our family, and we were both not around a lot of people at all times, and, like, in places that are, like, hard to find, and I just want to make sure, like, I want to make sure that we are doing, I want to make sure that we are,
I understand. I appreciate the sentiment. I do, and I understand that what I said was very broad. Again, I will say that actually there are a lot of people where I come from. People just don't know about it. But as far as making them upset goes, I think I am on the side of caution simply because we are, or rather the group is outsiders stepping into a very enclosed area. But my family is more than happy to have my friends stay with us. And I don't think they're going to truly be upset if someone, you know, makes a mistake. As long as someone doesn't blow something up. I think normal for me is like no violence. I think that's normal. Like the ground level of normal is no violence.
That's normal for me too.
Yes.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah, you were talking about it being broad. I think that being more specific's good.
Nope. Yes. And with this this book situation, I have a friend there that might be very helpful to you in that he is a wizard of no small renown in our community.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. I when I was telling everyone about the book, I saw the same face that Gideon made was like the same face you made. But then Gideon talked about it and you didn't. And I wanted to know what do you think about the book? Cuz I mean, I don't know what to think about it.
Right. I've been around a community that has important artifacts, items that they have found that are either very important to the person or very powerful. And a lot of times it's like a knife, is how I would explain it. So you can use a knife to cook, you can use a knife to cut rope, you can use a knife to kill someone. At the end of the day, items are useful until they are dangerous. And sentient items, items that have a personality or something trapped within it, those are dangerous because while I may trust you, Gak, I don't trust whatever is behind it, I guess.
Do you think I should get rid of it?
I think that getting rid of it at this point in time would be more of a detriment than a benefit.
Around section 19, yeah, I think so too.
However, I do think that we should inquire and get more information on it and keep it with us in your care until then, so we can, then evaluate and see if it's dangerous or maybe it is a friend. We just don't know yet.
Yeah, I promise that I will do my best to keep an eye on it. I'll make sure to let everyone know what I'm learning. It is a little. I don't know if I'd say scary, but it's I don't know how to describe how I'm feeling. 'Cause I've never really felt this way about it. I'm like it, and it's not being scared, I don't think. But I've had this book for a while, and nothing bad's ever happened, but it's never tried to talk to me either. And I feel like if it can talk, that's a big thing, you know?
Yes, I guess my worry comes from that it waited for so long, and a few other things, but it is a good sign that it hasn't done anything as of yet, and I'm going to be fully honest with you. My magic is very different than your magic, and I can't speak on the arcane. I more deal with the divine. So, obviously I'm not the person to ask, and I think we have good leads on multiple people that we can have help you waylay some of those, not fears, but apprehensions of this item.
Sure. That's a good word for it, I guess. I don't know what it means, but I'm assuming it means how I was describing, so...
It means to be worried that you're about to do something, but not terrified of it. And you are considering back and forth, like undecided. If I don't know how to explain this word actually.
Interesting. So I'm apprehended of it, and I'll make sure to keep being apprehended, and yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. I just saw that you made a face like you knew what was going on, or you knew something. I think it was when we were talking about the artifacts and stuff. So I just wanted to see what you thought, because I didn't want you to know something about the book and then not say anything if you thought it was important.
I don't know anything about your book. I do know general information about artifacts. Yes, they're, like I said, items of incredible power, and a lot of times they are kept in safekeeping of a person or a community, and
That's like what we have.
yeah, and the problem with them is they're dyed in blood. It's something that people want, and they'll kill to get it. So.
Yeah, I just won't let anyone know I have it.
Yes.
I feel like it kind of looks. I mean, it just looks like a normal book. I think so. So
I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, I didn't. So we're probably good there.
Yeah, I think so, and I think your friend at the magic shop wouldn't tell anyone. So
I also didn't really tell her all the parts of it that are apprehendy.
It's apprehensive with an H. It's a hard word.
Apprehensive.
It is close enough, and I appreciate you trying.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you letting me know about your apprehension.
That was good. Much closer.
Do you see these flowers?
Yes, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Bay looks at Gak and he's just like, let's vibe. Let's stare at these flowers and vibe. This is great.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Just kidding. No.
I was like, well, shit. I guess staring at the flowers is going shittily. Okay, like we're not vibing. It's not a vibe. It's an unvibe now.
Just burned into your retina.
Yeah. So after this very, very wholesome conversation, you two, nothing happens on your watch. Nothing eventful. As you two go and wake up the next two, Gideon and Yursa. And like I typed in chat, if we could take just a quick break, so I can go help with the baby really quick, and then we'll come back to Gideon and Yursa.
Yeah.
Right, so be right back.
Quick break. Burn now. And we're back. Woo!
Hey, welcome back. We're just gonna jump right into it. Yep.
I shoved this into the end of the last session, and I forgot to say it then, and I forgot to say it now. Before the watch, Gak cast alarm around the campsite.
Okay.
So he took his little string and went around and cast alarm.
Cool. It's set off by a frog.
That is a banging idea there, Nick.
And your alarm isn't it Gak's voice?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we say this? Okay. Yeah. It's like, hey, someone's here.
Oh yeah.
Whispering sweet nothings into the ears of the enemy.
The alarm is just like, hey guys, hey, wake up, wake up.
Hey there, little mama, wake up.
Van Gak, as you settle down for the rest of the night, you wake up Gideon and Yrsa. Gideon and Yrsa, make me a perception check.
Before we do that, first thing that Gideon would immediately do, he would turn to Yrsa. Hang on, I've been working on something that might be able to help out. Just hold still for a moment, and he'll pull out this owl feather he has, and muttering some arcane words, he just kind of like passes it in front of Yrsa, and almost kind of like a filter, just as the feather just passes over one eye and eventually over the other. Everything seems like a lot brighter as he casts Enhance ability on you.
Ooh.
Yeah, fancy. With a
And
feather? How pretty.
Yeah. It says it requires a feather or fur from a beast.
Well, I like the feather rather than just ripping off fur from so yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Owl's wisdom, the target has advantage on wisdom checks, so that will give you advantage on your perception check.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is a random question, but couldn't you like have infinite beast hair because Ursa could turn into bears?
Oh yeah,
Well, I
So
mean,
you just be like,
that's kind of weird
get
though.
some for this day, for this spell.
Crush you, Ursa. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
That feels weird. Never
Okay.
speak of that again.
I'm glad I shot that down immediately.
Yeah.
Okay. I rolled twice, and my second one was much better. So.
All right.
So my
So
perception is a +8. So hold on, math. 19, 20, 27. Oh, 27.
And 21.
Eyes of the night.
damn. Gideon, do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Does everyone have dark vision at this point?
So,
Okay.
Gat.
No, Gak doesn't. Okay. At least someone didn't. Okay. So, at this point, it's not quite sunrise yet. You guys have been taking smaller increments, but you all are on the last watch. It is still dark, but you can kind of see in the very, very distance, behind what would be the White Crest Mountains, the sun starting to crest over, creating this like very faint purplish hue on the dark blue night. With that, the two of you start your watch.
And we don't see anything other than the sun.
Currently, no.
Okay. Ooh. It's strange, isn't it? How things can just seem to appear out of nowhere. That book of Gax. Still can't wrap my head that there's been an artifact this close the whole time.
well, I guess things work in very mysterious ways sometimes. I think what is equally as interesting is that somehow it just happened to be outside his home. Someone somewhere dropped it, left it. I don't know if there's a right word for something as powerful as that just winding up out in the middle of the woods.
I would agree the circumstances are incredibly suspicious, but also fortuitous in a way.
Well, I think if anyone was to come across it, I think Gak is probably the best one to found it. I mean, I see nothing but a sense of pure good from him. But I noticed you looked concerned when he was speaking about it.
I wouldn't call it concern, to be honest. There are things that are worrisome about it. Any sort of a sentient presence, especially from something that old, is at least worth being suspicious of. But no, I actually see great opportunity with that book. If I can find any sort of way to learn the framework of the spell that created it. There's much I could do with that.
Yeah, and I think this is just another example of how, in a weird way, Gak was meant to find that book. He was meant to find us. And together, maybe you guys can unlock all the secrets it has. Being careful, of course. course.
Of
Things
course.
that they are dangerous if the wrong people get their hands on them, and whoever that voice is that's in there may not be exactly what we think it is either. But only time will tell.
All we can do is exercise caution for now.
Nurse just kind of smiles. Has she seen these flowers before? I don't think she's been this far up here either.
No, you have not. You've heard stories about them, being someone who loves nature and has been around the Feywild for a long time, and someone who is very close to Melora's essence. The Moon Lilies have a Fey-like origin. However, they only grow in the northernmost parts of Valamine. Near the coastline, but also where things start to get a little colder, is where they're most present. So this is the first time you've seen them.
Your son's going to. This might be weird. She's gonna
Nothing's
cast
weird.
Speak with Plants.
Okay, that's weird.
Just
kidding.
Oh, where did it go? Hold on. Well, she was really like, she enjoyed the feather that Gideon did, and so she was like, well, what's a cool thing I can do?
Okay.
So she's going to kind of like lean over to one and
Okay.
talking to a plant. She's gonna say, hello, good evening.
Okay.
Kind of
So
thinks for a second. Oh yes.
there is no voice,
Oh fuck.
but you are able to gather these very faint, like almost archaic language-ish. You're able to kind of understand the plant in a way, but you watch as the lily itself that is already bioluminescent in a way, ever so faintly glows a little brighter, as if to say hello.
Oh yeah. So yours is like big smile on her face. What can you tell me and my friend here about this place, if any? We are new here.
Interesting. So you watch as like one of the petals kind of move, like almost like the wind is moving the specific petal in the direction behind the lilies, which would be into the forest and ruins around. And then another faint glow as to say, stay away from the ruins.
Do you know? This is a weird question, but might as well because they're the kind of creature thing that might. Has there been anyone unkind or negative energy to have passed through here recently? And Gideon, you just see Ursa talking to this plant, by the way. And it's just kind of dancing in the moonlight.
He's just like eating a chip, just watching.
These are your friends, Gideon.
It's odd. So this one plant glows a bit brighter, and Gideon, you're not able to see any of this happening. Like the glowing a bit brighter it doesn't register for you, even with your high perception. The petal moving, it all just looks like the plant is doing what the plant is supposed to do. It glows a little brighter, and you see the plants around it also kind of glow in like this like sparkling of lights, very faintly. And you hear, yes. And as you hear yes, the camp fire from the two individuals that Rian and Vey had went to talk to. Which I believe you guys at least let the party know they were there, correct? If I remember correctly. You just didn't describe them, did you? Did you just? I think you just said, "Hey, there's two people over there." They said magical fire stops things.
I mean, we probably would have described. Yeah, just because if there's two random people in spooky ruins, we in the party might want to know who's friendly.
Okay. So, Yersa, as you hear yes from this kind of conglomerate of plants, the fire of the camp light that has been lit this entire time and that you know is magical goes out, and you hear Gideon and Yersa, both of you would hear this from your perception checks. A very faint, you see a very faint burst of light, and then a grunt, and then nothing.
Is our fire relight?
No.
And the plants said yes, but did they indicate those people over there?
There was no real indication.
Okay, but we just know that sound came from those people.
Correct.
Yours is gonna make a face, a brows furrow, and kind of look at Gideon.
I think because you said we both saw the fire go out, right?
Correct. You both saw the fire. You both saw and heard what happened over there.
And it's still not morning yet. Like, it's still dark. So
right, it's starting to kind of crest over morning, but yeah, it's still dark.
Yeah, I think Gideon's like very quickly pushing himself up and starting to go for his bag. Something happened to their fire, and I think he'd be like pulling out a torch. Start waking the others.
Wait. So I just asked this plant a few questions, and I asked if anyone unkind or anyone with negative energy has come through here, and they said yes. And in the same breath that happened, their fire goes out. If you're going to go over there, let me come with you, because plants don't lie, and if there's an energy that's dark over there, I don't want you to go by yourself.
Well, still wake the others up if
at
those
this
two
point,
are in danger.
At this point, you hear what sounds like footfalls upon stone. But they're not running. They're not. They just sound normal, in a normal walking speed, and kind of coming into the light. You can see a red-skinned fire genasi with the kind of crackling of lava of veins around, and you can see a tall elven individual with pointy ears and long blonde hair. They're about 100 feet away from you all, and Yersa, you hear in your mind, and you can kind of originate it from the genasi. You hear, "Don't make any sounds. Something's out there. It's tracking us." As they continue walking your way.
Yersa's going to look at Gideon and, as quietly as she can, like, nudge and wake up the others. Like, she's moving without trying to make any sound, if possible.
Okay. I will say the closest to you is probably Rian.
It's gonna, like...
Because you guys are, like, circled around the camp, so wherever you are, whoever's on the other end, you can't really reach. Which would probably either be, Gak, or it would be whoever. You guys can choose who would be on the other side of the campfire sleeping.
If Rian's next to her, she'll kind of, like, very gently poke him with her foot.
What's going on?
And she will put her foot... That's weird, never mind. I'm not gonna put her foot to your mouth. She'll just kind of, like, gesture with her hand. Like a shush with her foot, but I feel like you would appreciate that.
Yersa walks barefoot, by the way.
Yeah,
for
she
everybody.
does.
Oh, that would be fucking nasty.
Weird, so she's not gonna do that.
DM'd by Quentin Tarantino.
She'll just kind of like quickly like nudge you to shut you up.
Oh, he said that very quietly.
Okay, well, still.
Yeah.
The individuals are still walking.
Yeah.
Yursa, again, you hear in your mind, don't move. Stop making sounds. Gideon, with your 21, in the grass, about 30 feet away from you, you see one of the Moon Lilies kind of get crushed under the weight of something. And there's this imprint on the ground of like a foot. And there's another one, like a bipedal creature, but there's no body.
Is it?
About 30 feet.
Fairy fire.
Okay. As you do that, you watch as the fairy fire, which looks like what?
Good question. Give me a second. I remember very little about the spell, other than it makes invisible people seen. So give me a quick second.
I will say, if Rian sees Gideon start casting a spell, Rian's gonna go to wake everybody else up.
Okay.
Your son told you not to.
I know, but Gideon made the sound. Rian just wants to make sure everybody's awake. So, no, I'm not disagreeing with what you did. I just want everybody to be involved.
What does fairy fire look like, Gideon?
I think Gideon like reaches into his bag and he pulls out just what looks to be this just like really finely ground like glass, and just kind of like raising it to his hand. His face kind of glows for a second. He just glows on it, and the same blue that's like on his skin just kind of takes over the what was like the clear kind of shards, and then it just envelops that area.
Okay. So a couple things happen simultaneously. Rian, you are trying to wake up people, correct?
Yeah.
We'll say you were probably able to wake up one other person because everyone's in a circle around this campfire. So everyone would. Well, let me get to things. So as you cast fairy fire, Gideon, these two footprints that are in the grass, they have 5 toes, and they are long, almost Bigfoot-esque, so to say. And as the fairy fire takes hold, one, the thing that you were imagining would be here is much larger than you thought it would be. And you see the outline. What? Go ahead.
So it does get to make a dex saving throw. It's not an automatic effect. Sorry. I should have specified that.
What's your DC?
15.
It did not succeed. 14.
Okay, then carry on. Just wanted to make sure we were being fair.
What you see is a large, hulking figure of almost these broad shoulders, this very rounded head, these shoulders that go into these very rotund, giant arms that reach all the way down towards the ground. And as you look again, you can see the feet behind it, and then like these knuckle imprints in front. As that happens, Rian, pick one person that you are waking up that sleeps next to you.
Oh fuck. Does the creature? Oh, I wouldn't see the creature. I'm just going
No,
based.
You wouldn't see this. This is all happening at the same time.
Yeah. I think that he would probably wake up they, so that way Yursa and Gideon could hopefully wake up the other two while we hold the front. I think that's probably what he would do.
Okay. So as you see this creature over Gideon, about 30 feet away from the party, Rian's waking up Vey.
Wake up, something's coming.
The Genasi and the elf in front. Yursa, you hear in your mind once again, I told you not to. And you watch as their form shifts and moves as this illusion starts to dissipate. And where there was once a fire Genasi and an elf, you see these large, hulking, orange-haired and blue undertoned gorilla-like creature with these bright red eyes, these horrible, massive tusks that come out from underneath, these large teeth and mouth. You see the saliva kind of dripping down. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Woo! Woo!
So if I'm like asleep, right?
You wouldn't be on the first round of combat. You'd be on the second because you'd be.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, 18. Okay.
Yeah, well.
Am I the only one sleeping?
Nope, Gak is.
Gak.
Which means I get 2 whole rounds of combat. That passed me up.
I got
All right.
13.
Okay.
Oh,
These big boys.
big boys. Oh God, how many are there?
So you're telling that the Genasi was trying to be a dick and was telling me not to move and not to wake people up so that he could come over and yeet us in the face?
I don't think this is the Genasi and the elf.
Yeah.
Wait,
I think those two are dead.
Yeah, I think they killed them and took their image to try to get close to us.
Oh.
That's what I was trying to say. I was like, I don't think the flowers are saying those two are the bad people. I think whatever is bad just killed those two because the fire went out.
Oh, I love you guys. Thank you.
Where is my initiative count? Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna go down. Why or okay? Is that what you rolled, Rian? Okay, you got 18. Faye, what did you get? 15.
Yeah, 15.
Yours, got a 15. Let's see. Gideon, 19.
Yep.
Oh. Basil, a 13.
What are these things?
I'll tell you after the combat.
Grumpy gorillas?
Grumpy gorillas.
Yeah,
Grumpy.
Called.
Grumpy gorillas.
Exactly what they're called.
they're a gang.
Grumpy gorilla gang.
Gorillas, yeah.
Oh, Gak won? Oof, my guy.
You hate to see it happen.
Well,
Gak was having a really good dream.
Would I? Okay, I'll wait till my turn.
Okay. They all have their own initiative.
Bruh.
So,
Fuck the
So-
grumpy gorillas.
at the top of the round, it's not considered a surprise, but one of them does go before you as you watch as the elven figure turns into this massive orange gorilla. Let me see something. I'm trying to look at us. Okay. Hold on. Second. Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's going to look over at... Yeah, at Yursa. Yursa, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw, I think is what it is. Hold on. Yes, intelligence saving throw.
You have a +5 to that.
Oh.
18.
Okay, you succeed. You watch as the bright red eyes of this gorilla creature kind of turn into purple, and you see the visage of a giant dragon in front of you. However, you look at it and realize that's definitely an illusion. Why would there be a dragon here? And you watch the illusion just immediately dissipate as the gorilla creature tried to cast Phantasmal Force on you and did not succeed. It is, however, going to move over here. I say I'm going to move Rian and Yursa around and Gak and Gideon because that makes more sense.
Yeah.
As to where everyone was. With that, it's its turn. Gideon, you're up.
Real quick, John. The recorder does need vision.
Oh, okay, yep.
Also, we were sleeping, so everyone in heavy armor wouldn't have their armor on for this fight, because you can't take a long rest in your heavy armor.
That is true.
So,
Aren't you the only one who wears heavy armor?
Oh yeah, I was just saying.
Thank you for being honest.
Yeah, no, like I just didn't know if any. I was just saying it for everyone. Like yeah.
You're telling me you don't want to sleep with metal on? Come on.
I wish I could.
Roast yourself.
I'm trying to give access Rian and recorder. Did that work?
For the recorder, but now I have no vision. There we go. All right, nice.
There we go. There we go. Okay, Gideon, you're up.
All right, so like Basil and Gak are still like kind of waking up, like a little groggy, like pushing themselves up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Gideon seeing that two of these gorillas are closest to Basil and Gak, just like, fuck. Yursa, help Gak and hopefully to like really draw this thing and get it pissed off at Gideon. He's gonna cast Scorching Ray on this guy.
Okay. Which
So
one?
that's-
That guy. Okay. Yep.
The top guy, yeah. So 3 attack rolls. Okay, that's. Where is it? Sorry. Oh, there it is. It's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, I'll just roll all 3 at once. Okay, that's higher. The last one's a 17.
That hits.
Okay. The first one gets the plus D8 from my firearm. Not great. Okay, so 10 damage on the first one.
Okay.
Plus 8.
So it's 18.
Yeah, plus 4.
So 22.
22. Yeah.
Okay. One
And
after
then,
another, it hits this creature, and you watch it kind of like flex its muscles. That's all. Yeah.
Oh, it just flexes.
Well, I like where it hits. It kind of like it gets really angry, and you can see it kind of like tense up as it's about to kind of rush you.
Wow, what a badass.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now wanting to give Basil a little bit of time. Where does he want to go?
By the way, let's see. Keep going. I'm just putting people who are prone technically because they're sleeping.
Yeah. Gideon's gonna run over here, hoping that it'll focus him instead of Basil. Give her some time to get up.
Ooh, okay. All right, you
And-
watch as you run over. The creature sees you and starts to raise a fist like it's about to Hulk smash.
Yeah, fine.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Rian, you're up.
Okay, John, could I sacrifice one of my attack actions or even my whole action to wake somebody up?
Sure.
So would it be my attack action or a whole
Your
action?
You
Whole
have to
action?
Go over there and like shake somebody. Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm going to move away from this gorilla creature. I'm going to take the attack of opportunity, move over to Gak.
Well, that's a 19 plus 7.
Yeah, that hits.
No, I could have got Gak.
Well, not good. 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Never mind, it's okay.
Okay. And then I will, from there, I'm going to burn an action surge. I'm going to kind of shake Gak. Get up, wake up. We're being attacked. And I'm going to burn an action surge, and I'm going to run next to Basil, and I'm going to do the same thing. Except I'm going to run in front of her, interposing myself between her and the gorilla, because I also don't want Gideon to get hit. So I'm going to shake Basil, wake her up.
Does that mean
Okay.
we still have to skip?
No, so since Rian is waking up Gak and Basil, you both don't have to skip your turns. You're just prone on the ground. So all you have to do is get up on your turn.
And then what I will do is bonus to all dex and con checks. Yeah, with dagger in hand, saber in the other, he's just going to make a quick slash at the gorilla creature with the dagger. Hopefully, it's not as much damage if it does hit, but hopefully it's stupid, so hopefully it won't attack Gideon.
Okay.
To attack offhand, don't you have to make an attack, though? Or can you just do it as your bonus action?
I think it's
a 2-weapon fighting thing?
I think so. I thought that with a light weapon...
2-weapon fighting, you need to take the attack action.
I think a light weapon you can just attack as a bonus action. I think that's the thing.
Do it say it on your sheet?
Light weapon is easy to handle, making it fighting with 2-weapon.
Bonus action. 2-weapon fighting is when you take the attack action. Okay, here we go. With a light melee you are holding in one hand, you can use a bonus action to attack. Oh wait, no, it says when you take the attack action, you can use a bonus
Gotcha.
attack.
Okay, then I will not do that. Instead, I'll just activate the Okunai, Might of the Okunai.
All right.
Cool.
The blade grows in length as there's this kind of what rune is this now?
This is just the ambient feature. So I would say that because he doesn't have the fire rune anymore, I would say that instead of it being the cherry blossoms, there are just these like jagged mountainous pieces of rock that begin like jutting out of his armor and sprouting out of the blade, extending the reach of the blade by an extra 5 feet.
Yeah, you see that the texture of the blade as well kind of looks like stone as well.
Nice.
But it doesn't get heavier. So you're wearing like a stone blade.
Hell yeah, dude.
Cool. All right, is that your turn?
Metal. That's it. That's everything.
Okay. It is the ape creature's turn. Looking over at the Artificer that hit it with the Scorching Ray, and between the other person that was just waking up people, unfortunately, it is going to take attacks on the person who attacked it, and it is going to make 3 attacks on Gideon.
By the way, which gorilla has the fairy fire on it?
This one. Let me mark.
Because any attack roll against it has advantage.
Yeah. What's the thing I can use for fairy fire? Fuck if I know. Let's just use this one. Okay, 3 attacks. So Gideon, the first attack, that is going to be a 17 to hit.
Miss.
Oof. Nope. That's a fucking not doing the math for that. It was a 9. 21 to hit on the last one.
That barely hits.
Awesome. So that's 2d6. Oh my god. That's 7 points of piercing damage. As one fist goes down, you kind of move to the side. Yeah, the other fist comes down, and then as the second one misses, and it has both hands next to you, as you kind of dodge both, it comes down with a bite and bites you on your shoulder.
Oh, okay. I was like, how do I get punched and it's piercing? That makes no sense. Fairy fire is still up, though.
Okay, cool. Yursa, you're up.
Okay. What's the weather outside today?
Clear skies currently.
You sure? Not a little stormy? A little cloud?
It is not. I'm sorry.
Alright.
Call
That's okay.
lightning will not be enhanced.
Okay. Well, let's use it anyway. If we're fighting, we're gonna let everybody on this fucking road know we're fighting. So I am gonna use call lightning specifically on this one to get
Which one?
this one right here.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
okay.
Nice.
All right.
I'm gonna come over to Gyak. Let's see. What do I roll for call lightning?
All right. I know this is okay. Here we go.
Oh, I need a dex throw.
Dex.
Dex
Okay.
save.
You can place that little cloud anywhere you want.
Okay, I'm gonna roll the damage. Hopefully
Okay,
it's
it's
not
a
tragic damage.
14 plus 19
Oh.
total. 19 total for him.
Okay. Oh well, he's a bitch for that, but he still takes half.
So that would be 17 damage, I think.
Well, it's just the 25, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. So that would be.
Oh, I don't know why it did that.
I think
It'd be
it was
11
that
damage.
just in case the storm thing happened to him.
Did you upcast
Oh. I cast it at 3rd level.
it? Okay,
That's
so
all.
it's 25 plus 9.
No, I think the 9 is for in case it's stormy, which enhances it like she was hoping.
Oh, and then it did the total. Oh, that's interesting.
So I think
so
it's,
it takes.
it's just the 25.
Yeah,
Okay.
because yeah.
I'm gonna put this to the back. Okay, so that's 11 points of lightning damage.
Well, thought it was better. Sorry.
Actually,
12.
yeah, it would normally be 12, but you watch as the lightning strikes it. It kind of crackles over the hide and fur of this creature. It doesn't seem to do as much damage as you thought.
Oh.
Does it do as much damage as what you said?
That is correct.
Oh, well, that's depressing. Okay.
Gideon's harvesting some hearts today, gang.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
What
That
I'm
makes
hearing
me
is like
nervous. Thanks. What do we have as bonus actions? Sorry.
You're good. Take your time. We got Vey up next, and then Basil after Vey.
Don't transform just yet. Okay. Can Yursa use her bonus action to at least assist Gak up? Or
It's well, technically it's half your movement to assist somebody up.
okay, I could do that. Well,
Okay. So Gak, you get pulled up by Yursa. You're on your feet.
it's
Oh my gosh.
that's her turn.
Okay, Vey, you are up. There is a giant gorilla creature next to you.
So this is gonna get funky because I have my mount summoned.
Oh, okay.
Yes, how do I get on it? Is it my movement? Is it my action? How do I mount my mount?
Is a mount
Well-
considered an object?
It doesn't say in the spell. It
Oh.
doesn't say in the Find Seed spell. It doesn't say it's an action to mount it. It just says while you're mounted, because I'm gonna cast a spell, I want it to affect my mount as well.
Let's see. Doing so costs an amount of movement equal to half your speed. So you just have to use half your speed to get onto it. If it's within 5 feet of you, you just have to use half your movement to mount or dismount.
All right, yeah. So I guess he's going to mount then, because Kova would be next to him.
All right, you are mounted.
All right, so he is going to, upon seeing that he does not have his armor, and that sucks, he is going to cast Shield of Faith on himself, and it also affects Kova. He is going to, he doesn't really have to move anywhere. He is going to lash out with his longsword at the thing.
Go ahead and make attacks.
All right.
And Basil, you are up next.
Yes.
Damn. All right. Unfortunate.
It's okay. So the second one hits, the first one, as you're kind of climbing up on the Kova and you go to pull your sword out of the sheath, it kind of gets caught, and you're like, fuck, and you get it out eventually, and then you swipe down and hit.
That's exactly what happened.
Was this two-handed or one-handed?
I
you have
could
your
do it
shield?
two-hand. Oh no, I have not. I have my shield. Never mind. Never
Okay.
mind. He could pick up the shield. Never mind. I was so excited. No, it's one-handed as always.
You swipe and you watch as this kind of small cut, this like black ichor blood starts to kind of pour down the wound.
All right, and also, am I reading this wrong? Is the mount allowed to attack on my turn?
Is this Find Steed?
Yeah, it's Find Steed. Your steed's in and out of combat. While mounted on your steed, you can make when the steed steed has because it has like I don't understand why it would have battle statistics because it has like an attack.
I don't know what the specific ruling is because the last time that I played with the DM, but we said that it could replace one of my attack actions. I don't know if that's the raw ruling, but that was at least what we did because the creature, we didn't give it its own turn. It just had like it went on my turn, so I could use its movement instead of mine if I was mounted, and I could use one of its attacks in place of my attack
okay,
action.
All right, and so yeah, I don't know.
I'm thinking face right now.
Yeah, because the thing about it is, if not, it's fine. It's more like I'm using the warhorse stats, so like they have a charge and they have like a bludgeoning attack.
I'll say just to keep things moving along, I'll say that it can attack. It kind of like a beast companion does with ranger. They have their own turn, so to speak. Your movement is whatever movement the mount is.
Okay.
So if you use your movement, you're using the mount's movement.
It's totally okay to say no for now, and then we can revisit. Like,
well, I was gonna do the opposite. I was gonna say yes for now and revisit.
I just didn't want to pressure you into it to get it to.
No, I mean it's just a warhorse, like you know.
Yeah.
So then, just for future's sake, is the same rule apply with me and Hikari, since I also have a mount?
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
We're gonna say no for now.
Let's say yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is, he has his shield up. Yeah.
I'll say the movement thing still exists. If you're on the mount,
Alright.
your movement is the movement of the mount.
Yeah, because like, yeah, sorry, and then, okay, sorry, this is another question, not to take up a shit ton of time, but it says the steed has 3 actions it can do. It's movement, and it can take the disengage, the dash, or the dodge action. Like, is it on the mount's turn? Is it on my turn? Because, like, if the mount can take the dodge action, then I would just have the mount do that.
We'll say that the mount doesn't really have actions right now. We'll revisit the action thing. So we'll keep the movement thing, because the disengage and all that stuff has to do with actually using an action.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Both in combat and out, you have an instinct involved with it. It allows you to
Well, I'm
fight
looking
as
up
a
the mounted combat rules. While you are mounted, you have 2 options. You can either control a mount or allow it to act independently. Intelligent creatures such as dragons act independently. You can control a mount only if it has been trained, or it has the initiative of a controlled mount changes to match yours when you mount it. It moves as you direct it and has only 3 action options. Okay. Dash, disengage, dodge. A controlled mount can move and act even on the turn without. Okay, so it doesn't have attacks, but it has actions that it can do, which are the dash, disengage, and dodge. Okay, cool. So yes, you could do that.
All right, so it's gonna take my mount is gonna take the dodge action. Is what's
Okay, cool. Remind me when
sorry.
I go to punch you with these creatures.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You're good. You're good.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes, that is my turn. Sorry.
You're good.
Fucking
Basil.
saga.
Basil, you're up.
Okay, so Basil is going to cast Bless on Vey, Rian, and Gideon.
Ooh. We love Bless. Bless a good spell.
It is a good
Yeah.
spell.
1d4.
And I'm also, since I think I'm still down, I'm going to take some of my movement to stand up.
Yep.
And then I'm
Half your
actually
movement to stand up. You said Gideon gets blessed?
Yeah, Gideon, Vey, and Rian.
Nice.
And then, so I'm also going to move. Okay.
All right.
And so that is my turn.
Awesome. Cool. It is now the fairy fire creature's turn. Also, I forgot to put down. What's the square footage of the fairy fire? Is it 20?
I mean, that only applies to the creatures that get affected. The fairy fire stays on it.
Right, but there's also a spot on the map, right, that they can walk into it.
I don't think that's how.
No, it's not. Okay. We're just okay.
Just attach this to the person or the
All
thing.
right, cool. This one's gonna walk over here, and it is going to. You watch. This one is a little angry as it's kind of running over, and it's going to recklessly take 3 attacks, 2 at Yursa and 1 at Basil. And for the sake of things, these are reckless attacks, so they all have advantage.
Does that mean we get advantage on it?
Correct. with
I mean,
attacks. Yep.
You did anyway with the fairy fire.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So that's a natural 20 on the first one for Ursa. That is a 26 on the second one. So those two towards Ursa. 21 for Basil. Does that hit?
Yep.
So they all three hit. So, Ursa. Uh, 18 points of bludgeoning damage on the first one as it comes down with its fist and smacks you. Second attack. That was the natural 20, by the way. The second one is 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And then a bite towards Basil.
What? Why am I being bit?
12 points of piercing damage, Basil. And it has reckless thing on it. It's going to move. Yeah, it's going to do that. Okay, Gak, you're up.
Cool. So Gak's very disoriented, but he's seeing Basil getting crunched. I think he's gonna go for the one crunching Basil. I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
It's also the one right in front of you too. So.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. And he's gonna do that instead of something that could help him, which is probably a better idea. He is going to. I'm trying to see the range of this. I wish there was like an option for cones. You know, like.
What do you mean?
Like we could see a cone as opposed to like
What?
juicing one.
Well, what's the cone? What's the?
Burning hands is what I'm gonna try to do. And
What's
I know
it? Is it 15 foot?
Yeah, I could hit one, but I wouldn't be able to hit.
Is it a 40? I think it's this one. Oh wait, hold on.
I think so.
Wait, give me a second.
Yeah, there's no way I can hit two with burning hands anyway.
I didn't spend money on these for nothing.
Red. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I'm gonna cast burning hands right there.
Okay. Is that a save for it?
There's a dex save of 14.
Ooh, that's a 4 plus 5, 9 total.
Nice.
That's a fail.
And it looks like that does 7 fire damage as Gak pulls out or has a hand on his book, very groggy, and puts his hands together.
Okay.
I would
As
say. Oh, I was gonna say it also ignites any flammable object in the area that isn't being worn or carried.
There are a couple Moon Lilies behind it that get bursted into flames and then immediately put themselves out because it hits the grass beneath.
Nice.
Is that your turn? Or you still have movement?
Yeah, I have movement. I don't know where. I think as a bonus action, Gak is gonna use telekinetic shove against the one that he just tried to burn.
Okay, so that's a strength save?
Yeah, it's a strength DC 14 as well.
Wow, I rolled a 2.
Woo! It gets moved
Yeah, no.
5 feet away from me. Get out of here.
There it goes.
Boom. And then, yeah, my movement, I'm gonna go.
All right. That is your turn. It is now the one next to Vey. Vey, well, you took the dodge action, so all of these would be a disadvantage. It is going to reckless attack you 3 times, so it's straight rolls.
So, question on that.
Yeah.
If the horse dodges Vey, like, it's disadvantage on Vey, or is it just disadvantage if the horse is getting attacked?
We function as a
The
unit.
whole mount. The whole
I do
unit,
believe,
yeah.
because all my
Yeah.
spells affect it as well. Even if the spell is an individual spell, it affects the mount.
Yeah, we're just gonna say that it's the whole package. If you're on the mount, it's trying to hit. You can't just like well, we're just gonna say every day until I, look up the rules.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Later.
we'll change it.
So the first attack, straight roll, is a 17 plus 7. I believe that hits.
Yes,
It's like 24 or something.
Yeah,
Second one, 14 plus 7. That is a 22 to hit.
yes,
Third one is a 17 to hit.
yes.
Okay. So you take, let's see, 12 points of bludgeoning damage, 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and then the bite. Ooh, 11 points of piercing damage.
Even if Vey is blessed.
That's for his attacks and
Saves,
saving
yeah.
throws.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Wait, Shield of Faith, what does that do?
It makes his armor class 15, not 13, but he doesn't have
Okay.
armor on, so.
Gotcha. I got confused with Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this thing just sees Juve and just recklessly goes to attack, slamming down and then biting onto your leg and almost rips off a chunk, but does not. These things are very vicious, and it is now Gideon's turn.
Oh, okay. There's a lot going on right now. Up left from where Gideon is, right here, he's going to summon his Eldritch Cannon.
Okay.
And he'll bonus action fire it at the one that's right in front of him.
Okay. Gotta find your cannon. Here we go.
And that's a 20 to hit.
That hits. You said right here.
No, right
A little
here,
bit back?
Up,
Okay.
up left from him, yeah.
I got you. All right, you can control it now. This one?
I can. No, here.
There you go.
Right.
All right.
And he is going. So that hit. So it's 8. Nice. All right. So that's 13 points of force damage on this guy, and it pushes him 5 feet back.
Okay.
And how bad's Vey looking right now?
He's at 18 out of 52.
Oh, so like beyond bloodied.
Yeah. I also have to roll a con save.
For Shield of Faith.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Yes, it's a con save.
No. Yes. No.
I'm good. Okay.
All right. Good.
So question, this guy over here.
Yeah.
When Gideon casts Fairy Fire on him, it means that they can't benefit from being invisible. If Gideon dropped Fairy Fire, would it become invisible again, or has it dropped?
No, it's attacked since then.
Okay.
So it was invisible until it attacked and then became visible. So.
Okay, in that case, Gideon's going to drop concentration on Fairy Fire, and he will throw, using his bonus action, he'll throw Sanctuary on Vey.
Ooh, nice.
Bless.
Look at all the buffs on Vey. Where's he? There we go. We got a little castle.
And that will be it for Gideon. He'll also back up a little bit as well, trying to get a better angle on all these things to see where he's kind of needed.
Rien.
Okay.
So you're all on deck.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I forgot to do that. That's okay, though. Okay. God, well, I guess I'll do it after that one's turn. Okay. So Rien is going to, I suppose, since he activated the Might of the Okunai already, I just want to see if there's any other bonus actions he wants to take. No. So he's going to go ahead and, yeah, he's just going to make 3 attacks, 2 with the saber and 1 with the dagger in his offhand.
Nice. Let's go.
1, 2.
Miss hit. Well,
Yeah.
D4 on the first one.
Okay. That's a 4. So 15.
Really?
Yeah.
That's its armor class. You
Nice. Look at that. Look at that. Lucky. What a lucky duck. All right. And then the dagger +7
Nice.
and D4. That's another 4. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
All 3 hit.
All right. Cool. So then we have
Bless coming in clutch.
2. Yeah, bless is the best.
Holy
Hashtag
shit.
blessed.
And then I need to add an additional 3d6 to that for the Might of the
What is
Okunai.
that? 11, 22, 31.
45.
Oh, Jesus Christ,
Nice.
Rianne. Oh my god.
Is what a fighter does. I fight.
Rianne, how do you cut this one down?
Oh, it's dead? Fuck,
Yeah, you killed it.
bitch. Yeah.
It had 33 hit points left. You
Nice.
killed it.
So yeah, I think that there is just this like he was like just standing there just waiting for a moment. I'd like to think like as soon as it brought its arms up, you can see Rian just sort of like it like brings its arms up and then slams down, and Rian like rolls forward, and just for flavor, it's only 1 hit. Just for flavor, where he just he rolls forward and the sword just flies up and straight up the throat and out the back of the head, and you can see Rian's like arm is extended out and his foot is like he's almost in like a ballet pose where it's just this one like overextended strike out the back of the head, and then as the creature falls, he withdraws, takes a quick step back as the creature just falls down in front of him.
Yeah,
And he's
you
like-
watch as the creature slams down, and with a quick thrust of the sword through the chin in the head, you watch its angry face just go taut and just lull, and it just falls to the ground dead. Whew. Okay. Well,
And-
that one was on the initiative order next, so.
And before the end of his turn, he will just move over here, interposing himself between Yursa and the other gorilla.
All right.
Can you
all right.
please help Vay? Sorry if that's meta, but like Vay's unarmed.
I got you, fam. I'm going to her.
All right.
Him over there. My babe. Got him.
All right. Well, that one's dead. Yursa.
I'm
You're
gonna
up.
turn into a bear as a bonus action. Wait, actually, before I turn into a bear. Wait, hold on. Before I do that, I have to. Let me get over there first.
Hold on.
Sploop. Yes, bless. Hashtag bless. Okay.
I should really just go through all of these tokens I have and then let you have control of them. You can move it wherever you would like.
Well, hold on. I'll hop over there for a second. You're just gonna run over, and she is going to 2nd level cure wounds. Vay.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Knight was like, wait, me? Oh, sweet.
12 points
Oh.
for you. And then she's like, as soon as she puts his hands on him, she's just gonna smile, and then it becomes a paw.
Yursa bear.
Oh.
Bursa. Oh, Bursa runs
Sorry.
across and then runs back.
Okay, I have to actually put her here because the bear doesn't have vision. Okay, that's fine.
Hold on. There you go. Now it has vision.
Thank you. Shape. So I'm just looking.
Kayla's unlocked a hack code because we have to move Yursa over, so both of her tokens have vision. So now she has full vision of the entire map.
The entire forest.
Strategy.
Yeah, everything.
I can't attack because that was my action to do that. But Yursa is going to roar, so it fights her instead of Vay.
Okay, make an intimidation check
Yeah,
Call the
man.
wild.
with the bear stats. Also,
Oh,
just
yeah,
realized Rian is on the grass. Very nice. Very
Bear
nice.
stats. Bear stats. Which would be.
Just kidding.
What?
I'm not gonna make a ghost come out and fight
Oh.
you too.
Oh fuck me! My D20 fell on the floor. Hold on.
Oh,
They
yeah,
were
I
in the
like that
grass
map.
first.
I don't know what that is. That's a 17 plus. I don't know. What do I add? Bear stats.
Bear
what is their
stats.
what is their intimidation? Charisma.
Yeah.
17.
Roll their
19.
What's their charisma score?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it. Oh, 15. A bear has 15 charisma. Yes.
I was gonna say roll your strength for your intimidation because rolling charisma for that
Oh.
would be weird.
Hey man, that's
Hey,
even
guys,
better if you want me to.
I'm a bear. Like me.
Look, that's,
Yeah.
that's
Fear me.
21, so I'll take
Okay.
it.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for it. Okay.
That's
All
right.
right. Is that where you're staying?
Yes, pick on a beast your own size.
All right, Vey, you're up. Vey, just for visual, you're on the back of this mount, and you're just basically glowing. And you're like this white light from all of the
Yes.
buffs that are just emanating off.
What's
you.
happening?
You're like, oh god. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're good. So
All
it's your
right.
turn.
Okay. He can't move anywhere, and
This thing did attack recklessly, by the way. So you have
yeah.
advantage from attacks.
oh, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna vow the creature, but I don't need to then. So
I got you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I can. I don't have anything I can cast at this point. And yeah, okay. So I'm gonna take 2 attacks, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, they both hit. So that's
Woo!
a 6 and then a 13.
And I'm gonna smite it.
Hell yeah, you are. Okay,
I
go
don't
ahead.
like this thing. I don't like this thing at all.
What level?
It's just gonna be a first level smite.
All right, go ahead and roll. 6.
It always does this to me. Ah,
You should roll real dice for it. Probably be better.
I should. Okay, next time.
All right, is that your turn?
Yes, that is my turn.
Basil, it's your turn.
So, okay. And so bless is only for.
It's a minute, but that's 10 rounds of combat. So,
Okay,
because every round of combat's 6 seconds. So
gotcha.
you are concentrating though. We'll
Right.
just put that on there.
So I'm going to move Basil around to Vey. And I'm going to cure wounds, you Vey.
Oh, thank you.
I just love that Vey is just fucking just everything. The sanctuary, cure wounds,
Yeah,
cure
like,
wounds.
Yeah.
Well, Yursa is a bear. Otherwise, I would have done non-bear Yursa.
That's true. Yursa was like, nah, I need more HP. Bear
Yeah.
form.
Yeah.
Well, it's great because he's gonna get pounded on again.
That's
So like,
Yeah,
you know.
maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And that is my. That's my.
Freaking an epic, super epic, dude. Okay, it is the next one's turn. Rian, as you have cut down its friend, and you can tell these look to be intelligent-ish creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Yursa knows because they were able to communicate with her. It looks over at its friend that was cut down, and it just goes into a rage. It's going to take 3 attacks against you recklessly.
Go for it.
So, first one, fist attack. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Second one, 15 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay, and then the bite attack. Wow, I rolled the same thing. That's not gonna hit. That's 14.
I just have
So
a
one hits you.
I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
On. Okay, never mind. So with Gideon's expanding shield, it would have to be that gap, right, between the +2 to activate and to use to parry. Because I couldn't like parry a creature that missed me, right?
No, as
No.
long as your armor succeeds their attack.
Oh, then I can parry.
No, wait, no. I think I said if it hits you.
When a creature would hit you with a melee attack, you can use reaction. Okay,
Right.
This is why I didn't do good at standardized testing. I'm not good at reading.
Right. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
What was the first one? Oh, the first one was a 21.
Yeah, first one that. I can't bridge that gap with my dope ass shield.
I would also say you instinctively go to use it, and then you realize as the fist is coming down, you're like, This will probably break the shield. I'm not going to do it. Just fuck it. You just take it.
How dare you assume I make such shoddy craftsmanship?
No, just the hands.
How dare you?
themselves
No,
are about 5 feet.
my forearm would break. It's not the shield.
Yeah, Rhea's arm might break. The shield will be fine.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Let me re-clarify. So that's 14 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Rian.
That is
this attack.
That is manageable.
Okay.
Is that the end of its turn, John?
It would be, yes.
Hmm?
It's gonna move.
Bruh. How you doing, huh?
Behind you, right here.
Oh. As it's moving, Rian is gonna like be in like a defensive blocking position with sort of the sword and dagger up next to each other, and as the creature moves around, as it stops to move, Rian's gonna twirl the sword around, and he's going to jam it in the ground, and he's going to activate his a stone rune. So I need that creature at the end of its turn to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
That's a fail.
Okay. Unless the save succeeds, the creature is charmed by you for 1 minute. While it's charmed in this way, its speed is 0 and is incapacitated, descending into a dreamy stupor. The creature repeats the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending on a success. Once you invoke this rune, you can't do so until you finish a short or long rest. So it's incapacitated. I like to imagine that as he jams the sword, there's this small crack that forms in the ground, and there are just these like fumes that emerge out of the earth as it affects it, and the creature just descends into that stupor.
Yeah, as it's moving around, trying to make this intelligent move, like in this visceral combat, you jam it into the ground, and you watch it just like relax, and its whole face just gets like droopy and just kind of sits there.
Oh, little cutie, he's so angry.
So incapacitated, and an incapacitated creature can't take attacks or reactions. Is that until the end of your turn, or what is that?
No, for the next minute, and it gets a save at the end of each one of its turns.
Okay. Remind me on the save. Okay.
DC 14, but yeah, I'll remind you.
Gak, you're up. You see one gorilla creature and another one to your left and right.
So Basil's there to help Vey. Is that what Basil's doing behind Vey? Basil just healed Vey, right?
Basil's just kind of running around doing what Basil does, but with more caution.
Heal.
John,
Smite.
the two monkeys, like, is one of them bloodied, or like which one looked worse?
This one would be the one that looks worse.
Okay. Gak doesn't have much time to think. I think he's gonna turn towards the one next to Rian, because Rian's alone over there.
Okay.
Walk over here. And as he walks by the fire, he takes his hand and like swoops next to the fire and then brings it over with his 3 fingers out.
Scorching Ray?
Scorching Ray.
Let's go.
Nice.
Sick. That's a miss.
Yeah.
The crazy part is the effect doesn't end when it gets hit. Or like it doesn't get to make a save when it gets hit. So that's
one.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow. Gak was so cool. I described it so cool.
I know.
Do you understand?
I'm so sorry.
I'm never describing anything again.
As you open the book and go to cast Scorching Ray, and you feel like you're moving the fire, but as you go to release the spell, it just doesn't go. And you're like, what? And you look down.
Oh, wait, wasn't this one fairy fired?
No, concentration dropped on that.
Oh, damn it.
I sanctuary vein.
Wait. It reckless attacked you, didn't it?
It did. It did reckless attack me 3 times.
You can roll 3 times again, Gak.
Yes!
You're grabbing the fire.
Time.
It's gonna be so cool.
No!
I mean,
You hit one.
How is that? How did I? 4 times. I rolled
That's
a 14.
not very random. Roll 20.
That's crazy.
Roll 20.
You should start rolling real
So
dice. You
have
grab
them.
the fire and go to fire the fire.
Well
And
said.
one shoots out.
Oh.
And then you look down and you realize, shit, I was on blur. And you start.
Let me tell you, Roll 20 is trying to punish me for showing the chat what I'm doing. I'm just trying to show the stream. No longer. I'm using my real dice that I have sitting right here.
Nick, can you just roll one? I just want to see if you roll an 8.
Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy, wouldn't it?
I'd laugh.
3. I thought it was
I mean,
an 8 for a second.
I mean, it is an 8
looked
if
a
you
lot
erase some
like
of
a-
it.
I looked at it and I was like, I'm gonna jump out this window.
Yeah.
Just disconnects.
But no, it was worse. Perfect.
Oh my god.
Time.
God,
But
Nick,
Dak,
I'm so sorry.
As you are very disappointed with the magic, you realize you were on the spell blur. You cast Scorching Ray. Hey, you did it kind of without the book. There you go. Silver lining. It's now this one's turn.
And one of those still hit.
It did.
Yeah, one of them hit. It was the 17. It did 7 points of damage. And also, Gak's gonna do telekinetic shove.
Oh, it's sleepy too, so you just like knock it over.
Well, incapacitated, you can't take actions or reactions. It still can save, right?
I would assume so.
I
I
imagine.
don't know.
Yeah.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh.
So
Aw.
it just like it just still looking at Rayanne.
God.
It's like,
Chip, I don't know what just happened.
ribbit.
I can feel I can see the rage in like Nick. You're so tense
Like a
right now.
teapot. It's like, just steam coming out of the ears. All right, it's this
Not
one's
tense
turn.
at all, Joe.
Reckless attack. It's going to take 2 at Bursa and 1 at Vey, because now there's a giant bear that is kind of. Actually, no. It's going to take all 3 at Ursa because you intimidated it. You watch as it looks over and just goes to slam down as it sees this massive creature next to it, and it feels threatened. It's
Come on and slam.
threatened.
Welcome
I
to
fucking
the
dropped the
base.
dice. That is a 19 to hit for the first one.
Yes.
That is a 18 to hit for the second one,
Yes.
and a 13 to hit on the third one.
Yes.
Okay,
Bears
cool.
have the best armor. They have her.
So the first 2 are the fist attack, slamming down with its fist. So it's 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh my god! Fucking go to jail. 5 points. I rolled a 1 on the dice. 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and then the bite. Ooh, okay. 11, 15 points of piercing damage as it bites down into
Ursa still
the
stands.
shoulder of the bear. There is blood starting to trickle down the fur of the bear, leaving
yes,
this
there is.
wounded but badass looking bear still standing there as you both are roaring at each other.
Yeah.
It did reckless attack, so it will have advantage for anyone who attacks this one. It's Gideon's turn.
And attack it we shall.
Hell yeah.
Cannon fire. 18.
That hits.
9 points of damage.
All right. This thing's
And
looking
then-
bloodied.
Action. Firebolt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's 25 to hit. Thank you, bless.
Just barely, you know.
Yeah, barely. 19 points of damage from the firebolt.
Ooh! This thing's looking bad. Very bad. You see it kind of droop down and like as it tries to pick itself up, but its demeanor and everything about it just looks exhausted and near death's door.
It does get pushed 5 feet back, just like this way. Yeah.
There you go.
And that will be it for Gideon.
Awesome. Rian.
All right. Let me just check something real quick. I just want to double check something because I think that so it can't take actions or reactions.
Correct.
Okay. Hilarious. Rian's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 right there.
Mm-hmm.
And so what he's going to do is this creature's looking real rough, right? That's what you said?
This one, yes.
Yeah. Okay, Rian is he's gonna take out Eldar's dagger on the rope and he's gonna be like, all right, here we go, let's try it. And he's going to attempt to make 3 like dagger on a rope attacks. He's gonna try and like throw and pull back and slash and slash.
Like the martial art where they have like the little ball and chain thing and they're kind of wrapping it around and using the
Exactly.
momentum.
Yeah. He's gonna try that.
Advantage on all the attacks.
Oh, that's right, because it reckless. Nice. Ah! Okay, shift. Wait, I think I just rolled triple advantage. No, never mind. Okay. No, I did. Damn it. Sorry. Oh, God.
It's okay. It hits.
Okay.
What's triple advantage?
It rolled 3d20s. Which one is... What's the button on Roll20 to do it with advantage? Oh. F?
Shift.
Oh, shift.
I'm on Mac. Yeah,
Oh, that was so weird that it rolled like 3 on the screen, though. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter because it only displayed 2, so I guess that's okay. Okay, and then second one.
Uh-huh.
Oh!
Okay, roll damage for those 2 first.
Okay. Bop. Bop. It's not a lot because it's a dagger. Oh, and then the...
Okay, well...
Oh.
How do you execute this one?
Yeah!
The first attack kills it. It had 7 HP.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So I guess with that, he'll just like wrap it around his arm and just fling it off of his arm and just once again straight in between the eyes. The dagger will just plunk and he'll just recoil it. John, can I carry my attack over to the incapacitated one?
Yes, you can, Pinocchio.
Yay! Okay, so then yeah, he'll do that and he'll just sort of twist around and fling the dagger off of his arm after wrapping it around at the other one for another 8 points of damage. That one does get the D6 from Okunai. That's only 1. And then finally, bonus action attack. He'll just once again fling it. Right, so he flung it at it, slashed into it. He's gonna use the momentum and just swing it around his head like 20 feet and then come slashing back down at the creature. Now this is just a straight attack. So we'll see. Oh yeah! And then 10 plus a D6, 13 points of damage.
Woo! This one's looking bloodied. As you kind of hit the first one and straight through the middle of the eyes and pull it out, immediately it stammers back and falls to the ground with this cloud of dust. As you turn around using the momentum, hit this one in the shoulder. Its back is towards you because that's where you left it. And you just hear as it grunts from the hit, but it doesn't move. And then
so
you kind of pull
funny.
it out and then swipe down with it as there's a large gash down its back, kind of near its spine.
Hell yeah. Awesome. I still have 5 more feet of movement, so just in case it does wake up, I'm just going to move back right next to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Versa, you're up.
Okay.
With Vay on deck.
The one she was going to attack is dead. So now she's gonna run over and lunge for this dude's throat.
Nice.
So she has multi-attack, so she's going to bite him first.
All right.
There's a 22 to hit.
That hits. Is Call Lightning still up?
Yeah, no, yes. No?
It's concentration.
Yeah?
Did you use another concentration spell?
I have not.
Then it's still up.
Then yes. There's just lightning in the background as Yrsa's fighting this thing. And then the claw attack. Hey, that's an 18.
That hits.
Right.
Woo!
Oh,
This
look at
thing
that,
is
twinsies.
really hurt.
And then I don't get a third attack as a bear. That's all I got.
No. Okay. Oh my god, your call lightning's not a bonus action to use, right? It's an
No,
action.
unfortunately,
Strike again.
it's a whole ass action. Yeah,
Okay, that's fine.
it's just cool background now.
Yeah. Okay, Vey, it's your
Vey's
turn.
gonna fuck it up, so it's good.
He's gonna come around to here,
Attack the sleepy gorilla.
and yeah, he's gonna smash this thing.
Okay, you have
hopefully.
advantage, or not advantage. You have a D6 to your roll because of flanking, and a D4 to your roll because of bless.
Right.
You watch as Vey kind of turns around on the back of what's the mount's name again? I forgot.
Kova.
Kova. And
Yeah.
Kova kind of leaps back and forth. This white lion panther-esque mount with these blue horns, kind of charging towards this creature. Rian, you duck as Kova runs over and leaps over as Vey comes down with a strike. The first one's gonna kill it, Vey. So how do you want to do this?
Yeah, he's just seeing that Bursa, which is such a that name stuck, but seeing that Bursa kind of basically is kind of wrestling it to the ground and kind of holding it and really got it down. He's just kind of take advantage of that and kind of tag team it as just straight through the skull kind of thing to put it out of its misery.
Okay, as on the back of Kova, leaping back and forth, you use this momentum to jump up off of Kova in the air with your sword as Bursa is holding down this gorilla creature. You strike it straight through the head, through the chin and throat. And with one fell swoop, you release your sword. As it starts to tip down onto the ground, you jump off of the gorilla creature back onto Kova, land with your sword on the ground as this dust settles and the final creature is dead.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Nice.
As you all sit there in the silence around you of the forest, you kind of look at one another, some of you a little bit more hurt than others, and look at these weird, large, orange gorilla creatures that are on the ground, all dead around you.
So are these monkeys normally from the woods, or?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Would anyone like to roll me a history check?
Yes, Yrsa
Oh,
will.
yes, please. I'm a nerd.
Also, Yrsa will tell everyone about how they were speaking to her in her mind, and that's weird.
That is weird.
That's what 20, baby. History check.
I got a 28, but that's pretty cool.
Wow, Brian.
What?
Well, let me go. Hold on, since everyone's rolling, let me go down the list to make sure. Basil, what did you get? Are you not rolling history? Who's rolling history?
Basil doesn't know history.
I think it was just the two smart people.
Gideon and Vey. Vey, no, not Vey. Yrsa.
Rise.
It's only because Knight was talking. That's why I said Vey. Okay, I'm sorry.
Aw.
All right, Gideon.
28.
28. Yrsa.
It was a natural 20.
What's the total?
I'm dumb and I don't know how to make that a thing, but I have a +2 to my history.
32.
So,
Thank you. Remember how I'm not the smart people? Yours is. Kayla's not.
Same though.
okay. Gideon, being that you are a native and you have traveled this road before, absolutely not. These are not creatures that are native to this area. You've never seen one of these before. Yursa, you've lived in a forest your entire life. Never seen anything like this. Gideon, you have read plenty of books over time, gaining knowledge throughout your travels, and the features of this creature, although ape-like, are exaggerated in the worst ways. You immediately recognize that this creature, or creatures, are almost like demonic in a way. You've seen like images of what people depict demons of, or creatures that could be demonic, or fiends. These illustrations of what people think they would. These grotesque creatures, also with an intelligence to them, lead you to believe that they are somewhat demonic. I would like Basil and Vey. Vey, roll a... hold on, let me look. Basil, roll a religion check.
If you're going to ask me to roll history or
Damn it.
religion, it's gonna be a 0 modifier. So regardless.
Yeah.
Well, mine was low anyway, so.
Actually, okay. Vey, you would, because of your origin and your paladin-esque-ness, or whatever the word, anything, you can also kind of feel this very faint, even without divine sense, you can feel the evil off of these creatures.
Oh. Okay, that's terrifying. So, question. So they use magic, right? Not that Vey would know that, because Vey was not up. They use magic. Okay, all right.
I will say Yursa did say that they were speaking to her in her mind. And
Right.
that...
Also,
Go ahead.
Vey, you would have noticed that one of them was invisible until it attacked Yursa.
Yeah. All right. So it like manifested.
Yeah, and the flowers said they get bad vibes, yo.
Yeah. Can he? I don't know. I don't know if it would be a check or just like a. He's gonna just kind of kneel by one and kind of see. Is it like? I guess it's not like carrying anything, but like, I don't know, to get like an origin, a sense, like a closer look at this thing. I don't know. It's like sentient, but it's probably not carrying anything, but he'll check anyway.
It's not carrying anything, but around the wrists of these massive like, Popeye arms, there are these golden bands, like these bracelets. They are written in a very weird and aggressive, like, language. What languages do you speak?
If it's abyssal, I don't speak that. I'm sorry, I speak. Sorry, I speak infernal.
Okay,
Common,
don't answer my question.
No, I know. Sorry, you said demonic, so I just celestial, common, infernal, primordial.
Yeah, you don't understand what this is.
Okay, sorry. I was like, oh, I can speed this up, but no. I guess Vey, kind of upon seeing this, would kind of lift one of them to like show the party and just, does anyone speak this language?
Wait, what language is
Just
it?
kidding.
It's one I cannot read.
Well, okay. Basil, what languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Elvish, Gnomish, Sylvan.
You cannot read this.
And Vay's
Does
kind of
anyone speak Abyssal?
No. No one knows this incredibly scary-looking language. No one studied this in their spare time.
Did you not study this in your spare time?
No, I actually studied the other scary-looking language.
I could ask a plant.
A plant.
Like Vay was not there for that, so he like looks and he's like, "You're going to ask a plant if they speak the scary language?"
Well, I asked them if they felt any negative energy, and as soon as I asked, they pointed me in a sense in the direction of these creatures.
The worst they can say is no.
Yeah, that's very fair. I didn't know you could talk to plants. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I didn't,
quite
but I
good
also wasn't
listeners.
surprised.
You're so
Quite
listening.
good listeners.
Yeah. She can
Mine
say
don't
it.
talk back to me, but I talk to mine all the time.
Oh, you're feeling maybe a little more lonely.
Awkward
Yeah.
pause.
Well-
Like, oh, well,
Okay.
Cool, dude. Cool.
Maybe Chip can read it. Chip, can you read it?
Sounds actually happening. My God.
What if he could? Chip is the only one who's
he's just over there like reading it. It's like.
You're reading off
Read
King
it, he's
Lear.
not telling me.
I don't know if that would actually I don't know if I could actually have a plant read something.
Sorry, no. I'll just shoot that down immediately.
Yeah,
Plants
okay.
don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I just
Oh yeah, no, totally. That's
just,
that's
like show it to the fucking lily. What does this say?
You just so happen to come to the abyssal scholar plant.
The only plant in the world that can read.
Is Vay or who's holding it?
Vay was.
Yeah, Vay's lifting it up.
Oh, well, I just want to point out, Vay, you're like have both arms underneath you. Look here, because its arm is probably like 70 pounds.
Oh, but he has 20 strength. He's
I know
above
that's why you're
me.
lifting it, but have you
I know,
like
yeah,
70
that's
pounds
fair.
is a lot if you're trying to like
Yeah, I
and
guess.
hold it up for a long time. You're like, guys,
I've never
look
been
at
able
it,
to
please.
lift more than like 30 pounds, so like I wouldn't know.
Same.
Maybe
15 is
metal-
pushing it.
Can the metal clasps like can the metal bracelet like unclasp at all, or are they like forged into their wrist?
it's not okay. Looking closer, it doesn't look like forged into the wrist, but it looks like skin. Like they've worn them so long that the skin is kind of overlapped in places, like just grown over it, and like the fur is like tangled around certain areas. Yeah, it's disgusting.
I hate that. I wish I had an ass now.
Well,
I
you
hate
did.
that imagery.
Could Vay copy it down? Like copy these symbols down?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do a
like
charcoal rubbing.
yeah. Like a cemetery rubbing. God.
I would say you'll need a lot of pieces of paper to get the whole thing if you want to do the charcoal thing, but
No, I think he'd just write it. Like, I mean, like, is it like? No, it probably wouldn't look anything similar to Infernal. But he speaks 4 languages, so he probably can copy them down well enough.
yeah, this language looks like if. Well, how can I explain this?
If like the worst person you knew was a demon and wrote it.
It's like the black script of Mordor.
Yeah, it's like the Black Tongue.
It's like if someone had a shield, right? And this is the best way I can explain it. If someone had a shield in combat and they used that shield in combat for 50 years and all of these pop marks and slashes, that's what the language looks like. It's just slashes and pop marks and like all of this, like it looks like war on a bracelet.
Jeez.
Great. Yeah, I guess he'd sit down and copy them. And he would also check to see, just to see if the other manacle matches this one, and then the other creature's manacles also match, to just compare what's written.
They do.
Okay, alright.
I'll say I'm not gonna make you do a roll for this, but you'll have to spend at least an hour scribing these down.
Is that okay with people?
Oh,
Okay.
Basil and yours were gonna go check on the
Yeah.
probably dead people.
I said Rian was gonna tag along. He'll have his torch out, if provided somebody will start it with a magical flame.
Well, I will say,
you could have given me a little more warning first.
just holding like, oh fuck.
Your guard's still not up after that. I'm disappointed, Rian.
I will say that after the combat, the sun has started to crest over the mountains, so the shadow that the mountains were casting on the land is starting to slowly dissipate, as it is morning at this point. Go ahead, Gak.
Hey, Vay, can I try something real quick?
Yeah, he would motion. It's like, absolutely.
Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work. Gak's going to take his spell book and open it up, and he's just gonna like hold it open towards the bracelets.
Okay. Are you trying to call upon the divine favor of this book to help you see what it says?
Gak's just like, I don't know, it does stuff with things I can't read. I have no idea. And he's just
okay.
So this book's divine.
He's
Interesting.
Gonna close his eyes and just focus on wanting to read it.
Make a wisdom check.
A straight wisdom?
Yep.
Great. 6.
You open your eyes, nothing's happening. You close them again, open them again, and you like hold your breath there for like a little bit. You're like, come on, and then you have to breathe. No, nothing.
I don't think anything's popping up.
The effort is appreciated.
If you need any paper or anything, I got some.
Yeah, yeah, he'd be like, yeah, he doesn't carry paper. He's barely literate at this point.
So,
Gak will take out his paper and stuff.
as that is happening, Basil, Yursa, and Rian go over to the Genasi and the elf, correct?
Yeah.
As you make your way over, hold on. Wait.
I wait.
Wait longer.
On a highway to the other side of the road. Life is a raised road. And I want to get off it every day.
It's a highway.
Life is a really scary road with dead people.
And I want them to stop talking to me.
I don't wanna be here.
So,
Take me home, raised road.
down the road. It's very easy to quickly see the sight before you.
No.
In the grass, a campfire destroyed, a fire no longer lit, a horse and carriage disintegrated, pieces of wood, debris, pieces of what look like the horse itself thrown everywhere.
Oh.
And you look over and you see 2 corpses on the ground. You see what once was long-haired, blonde elf with spatterings of blood within the blonde hair, turning most of it orange and red. You see a Genasi which you knew was fire, but the veins of lively lava that poured through the veins are no longer lit. The skin is a dull red. As you approach, you see that their corpses are badly damaged. And looks like their final moments, they were right next to each other, and they were holding each other's hands. Rianne, your investigation's high enough. Not too far away from the elf's body is a small box. It's black.
Rianne will go look at it.
You pick it up. It's about, it could fit in your hand. It's closed.
Rianne will open it.
A beautiful silver and diamond ring inside.
During Pride Month, John.
How fucking dare you?
They gotta call me out like that.
Now I'm uncomfortable.
We're alive.
What happened to being for girls, gays, and days, John?
Yeah. Get him.
So uncomfortable.
Good.
No, it's okay. Everybody dies. Everybody dies. It's okay.
Even if they're gay.
Yeah,
they
even.
all die.
Okay.
Can I say that it was Kayla's role that this happened? Can I say that?
What? What do you mean it was my role?
Or the thing I made you roll?
The 3? You fucking asshole!
Oh wow. Oh yeah. Geez, Kayla. During Pride Month. Okay. All right. So Rianne will.
Backed into a corner. I didn't know what to do.
Rianne will take the box and he'll close it. And man, he'll look towards Basil and say, "Would you mind giving these two the proper funeral rites?" Yes, I think that we should. I think that we should. I don't want to say. Oh, I think that we should make them a pyre. Because I don't want to bury them here. With the magic that's here, who knows what it could do to the bodies. I don't know if that's proper for Valumine, but
I can see if I can ask them what they would like us to do.
I think that would be a better idea.
if you can, yes, that would be great. Real quick, before she does that, I'm going to say why I'm doing this as opposed to just asking. Rianne's going to look on their persons to see if they have any, identifying information of where they're from. So if we happen to go there, Rianne can share with their loved ones what happened to them.
Have their license on them.
Maybe they have a letter to mom in, Riffolk or something. I'm just looking because I didn't want to say I want to search the bodies because I don't want people to be like, "Oh wow, Joe." So,
no, there's no identification.
No. Okay.
Or you get the sense that maybe these people were loners.
Yeah.
Which is why they were on the race road, going through all of these ghostly ruins, looking for stuff
No, that's fair. Okay, that's all I wanted to check. He will take the ring. Was closest to which body? The elf.
The elf.
So then Before they do anything, he'll put the ring on the Genasi's finger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Basil's just going to, since it just happened, she would like to try to speak with them and see them.
Okay, make a religion check.
I swear to God, Basil, if you don't roll.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
There's something about the magic of this place. Most from the time you've been on this road, it's felt benevolent and almost evil in a sense. But there have been times where you've felt this sorrow and this like everlasting memory throughout the area. As you sit there and hold your holy symbol and pray to the Raven Queen, you watch in the distance two individuals materialize. One of them is a Genasi, and one of them is an elf. They look at themselves, look over at their bodies, and then look at each other. And then they just hug each other.
I'm very sorry. We couldn't save you.
There's this face of sorrow, but then kind of then turns into happiness in a way.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
So, being a cleric, would I be able to marry people, especially if it's like not in the conventional way?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay, can I marry them as souls?
Sure.
Oh.
It takes a while. You can kind of see they kind of like rub their throats. They're not used to being dead. And then the elf speaks up. And Rian and Yursa, you both can see this and hear it. It's very weird. Basil, you can also tell that no one's actually ever seen the spirits that you see at the same time. As the elf speaks up and says, "Thank you. Unfortunate as it is, at least we can be together." And he looks towards Rian and says, "I'm sorry for my temper the other day. Last night."
All right. We all have long days.
The Genasi speaks up and says, "Well, it's because I turned down his proposal." And the elf looks over, like this, like side glance of like, "We're gonna be in the afterlife together forever, motherfucker."
Rihan looks down at the hand that he put the ring on, like, oh, shit. Hopefully they don't notice that. Fuck.
Yeah, Basil married them yet? I'm assuming not,
yet.
since
Not yet.
okay.
The elf says, "Yes, I understand why you said no. But seeing as, well, I really don't have a chance to get my life together." "Yes, well, unfortunate. We always knew something like this was going to happen in our line of work anyways. Yes, we were diving into ancient ruins. Regardless. And they both look towards the group. The Genasi says, "My name is Ifriti, by the way.
Ifriti.
And my name is Lumos." Thank you for this. As they look towards the party, and they look back at one another and grab each other's hands. You can see that the Genasi does have a ring on his finger. And then they both look back at Basil.
If you'd like to, I can marry you both. Have it be official, if you like.
You watch Lumos look at Ifriti and kind of raise his eyebrows, and Ifriti nods, says, "Yes, please."
Have you know, I've never done this. Living or not living. And it's been a long time since I've been to a wedding. So I apologize for not having all of the actual verbiage, or if this seems very unconventional, because I feel it is, but
They both big smiles.
I hope you have a wonderful afterlives together. Whether you be roaming around this earth or you choose to find your next adventure, may you both do it together as one. You're now married.
Basil, you see this. The rest of you do not. You watch as their hands are clasped together. This golden thread starts to thread around their hands. The destined thread of the Raven Queen. And they look at each other and huge kiss as they, for minutes, it gets a little awkward at first. They break away, and Ifriti kind of puts his hand on Lumos's face and goes, "We could try to get through the divine gates to the afterlife, or we could." Looks around at the ruins. Haunt people. Lumos. They look at you.
As someone who sees dead people, it would be so nice to just like have people not do that.
Someone quote that.
If you were to hear them talking,
Yeah.
or see them, okay, she would just kind of like, just having being an observer during this whole thing, she would just pop in and say, "As much fun as adventuring and haunting people for the rest of eternity is, I think, and again, all of this is your choice, but having a sense of peace and being at peace with someone you love is an opportunity that I don't think you should give up. Don't be trapped here forever. There are too many lost souls all around you, and they would give nothing more than a chance to go home. So go home together."
Very well. Yes, I would much more appreciate not staying here, Ifriti. All right. Well, I've never done this. Well, neither have I. They look both back at Basil.
Just turn around and start walking. and everything else will start to fade away, and it'll turn into the most beautiful setting you've ever seen. And the Raven Queen will open her warm arms to you.
They both nod. And they, at the same time, say, thank you.
Of course.
You turn around, their hands clasped together, and start walking. And you watch, after each step, their form starts to dissipate more and more, becoming completely translucent and disappearing, leaving nothing but the background. And you all stand there. And you look down. Their bodies aren't there anymore.
Basil slowly turns to everybody. So that's how it works, I guess. Congrats on seeing your first spirits, everyone.
Beautifully done, Basil. Thank you for letting us be a part of that.
Of course.
Yes. That was an absolutely wonderful thing you did.
Well, thank you.
Okay,
It's just Rachel's just cursed, that's all. Oh man.
I'm so sorry.
It was the silence that did it for me. That was what really. Okay, all right.
Stop it, my smetty law.
Yours is just going to like druid craft a couple of different kinds of flowers in that spot. Some very pretty flowers that are not native to this space, but so that way, if someone was walking along, they would just notice that sort of, you know, these moon lilies. There's just something a little different right here.
Something happened here.
Something pretty happened. Well, it turned into pretty.
It turned into
I would say just so Rian could also contribute. He'll take some rocks and he'll place them around the lilies and the symbol for love from the people of the Okunai.
Okay. And you head back to the party?
As we're walking, Basil kind of pulls Rian to the side a little bit and lets Yrsa walk a little bit ahead of them. I don't know when a good time to tell everybody is. I'm not really one to give information, but I feel people would want to know before we really continue our journey.
Yes, I think that this morning has been a lot. So let's, and I'm admitting I could be wrong here, but it might be a good idea to give everyone time to process what happened and then tell them tonight when we go to camp before we go to rest. Okay.
You're so okay.
How much of that do you think she heard?
I don't know. And you can see like Basil's like, right, she's just glistening with sweat with how nervous she is, and she's like wringing her hands together, clearly distressed.
Rian kind of put a hand on one of her shoulders and just say, just breathe. It'll be okay. All right? Deeper breaths. No, not that. Not that. Deeper breaths. In, diaphragm, hold, exhale.
At this point, you guys see them walking over the hill, and Basil. Three of you are at the camp still.
There's like terrible vibes are coming our way, and it's like he just finished scribbling, and he's like, "I succeeded. This is great." And then like he turns to these people, he's like, "What happened? You look like someone died."
Two did.
What?
But it's okay. We married them in the afterlife.
Oh, what?
The Basil's a little distressed right now. The two
What is all
travelers
taken care of now?
that we encountered, Vey, they seem to have been in a relationship with one another. And sadly, they perished together. But Basil, using her ability to commune with the dead, brought them peace. They're happy. As happy as they can be.
You broke that as gently as a plate over my head. And I'm going to turn around now, and I'm going to do my thing.
I'm so
Thank
sorry,
you.
Meg. Like Basil starts crying.
Oh my god.
You're
He's
just
like,
gonna hug
no.
It's like the Jurassic Park meme with the rafters, but party members are crying. Rand's like, no, wait, stop.
While this is all happening, what were Gideon and Gak doing?
I was about to say, so the whole party had that just like emotion, and it was beautiful and all that. Gideon looks over to Gak, pulls out a knife. I'm gonna get some blood and fur off these things.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you are. What is
I
that?
cannot see what that is.
It's a blank page. He's trying to do the thing.
Got it.
Nothing happens, Gash.
Yeah, Gideon legit wants to get some blood vials and start skinning these things and get as much as he can off.
Okay. Make a survival check.
Gideon, do you have any idea what these things are?
They are. I mean, you said we kind of knew enough that they were like some kind of demon, but we don't know the specifics, right?
Correct.
It's some sort of demon, Gak. As he's just like starting to cut into it. Short of that, I'm not 100% certain.
Well, demons aren't. They're not normally here, right?
No, they usually reside in the abyss, right? Where do demons live? I always forget these extra planar stuff.
Abyss.
No, certainly not on this plane, usually.
Did you make a survival check?
Thick. Yeah, I rolled a, 23.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Would you want to get enough to be able to make coats out of it?
Oh my god.
I will tell you right now, Yrsa would not wear that. She would.
That makes sense.
That's a pass.
I mean, I feel like these would be really warm. I'm just saying.
Coats? You want demon coats?
Yeah.
That
Hey, they're resistant to like lightning and stuff.
That's drippy though. I would.
It'll
Listen.
Be a bright orange fur
They're
coat.
bright orange. Is everyone forgetting they're bright orange?
So?
Yeah.
There are things that are more important than camouflage. Knight.
It's not about camouflage. It's about taste.
It's about saying I killed a demon and now I wear it. I am the apex
It's about
predator.
color cohesion.
But if we all wear matching coats, we have color
You
cohesion.
would look like a cohesive group.
That is.
We would have literally matching jackets.
Oh
No. No.
Ooh,
That is terrible.
look at me.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, I would.
Okay. I'll say you could get enough hide to make. Well, it depends. How long do you want to be here?
Oh, I mean,
To get enough for everybody, excluding Yrsa and Vey, because I don't think Vey wants one either.
I don't need
So-
one. Gideon.
Okay, 3 coats. It'll take you an hour.
I want enough for 4. I might sell one.
All right, an hour and a half.
All right. Wait, 3 was an hour, 4 was an hour and a half? How does that math work?
Don't
What?
question it.
You're really good
It's
by the time you get to
magic.
the 4th one.
Might as well do 4.5 then, Gideon.
Done.
While this
I
is
will say.
happening,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Can short rest possibly while
Yes.
we're waiting
yes,
for the coast?
Yes,
Okay.
it'll be considered a short rest.
So what's the? Did we long rest?
You did before the fight, and then the fight happened. Yeah, I'll say you got enough. Okay, well, I guess I'll just tell you what it is, so that you can mark it down in your items. You got 4. Not slabs. Fucking times 4 Bulgura hide.
Yeah, that's what they are. I knew it. Hey.
Ooh, cool.
They're called. They spell like that. It'll have to be on the cart. It's heavy.
Oh,
Yeah.
To continue what we were saying before that,
Gideon, do you think that this is like a sign of the planes connecting, like Basil was talking about?
It's possible. As we said, they certainly shouldn't be here, or perhaps this is connected to the vampire patriarchy we pissed off. It's hard to say. It could be any number of things. They didn't come for us first, but I don't know if that was blind luck or not.
Right. Okay.
I will say at this point, all of you standing around, kind of resting, there's this very ever so faint rumble in the ground.
Like an earthquake, or like something's about to eat us?
Like a very small earthquake.
Well, a small earthquake, still an earthquake, so I guess we should probably leave. Like, what'd we say on a Richter scale?
But which direction is it coming from?
Make a nature check.
Oh, say
Could
less.
I assist?
Sure.
Nice.
straight
You get
up,
down like Aragorn. Put your ear.
Make yours with advantage. Yrsa.
Straight up, my last 30 seconds were silent. Everyone was frozen for 30.
There was a
Me
slight
too,
earthquake.
same.
It was because of the earthquake.
It came from northward down the road, so the direction you guys are going.
Well,
Saddle up.
let's go.
Would you? Okay, so.
Wait,
I don't know,
Yrsa, what
Yeah.
did you roll?
25 total.
I'm gonna message you.
I don't know if this is gonna be part of it, but I was gonna ask like, what was I gonna ask? Never mind. That's a dumb question.
All right.
Guys, I'm sorry. I don't think my alarm
I'm
worked.
cure woundings myself. Curing myself.
The alarm worked fine, Gak. They just initiated the fight before they got close.
I know, but like, they would have had to be on top of us for that alarm to go off, and I feel like we already know they're there at that point.
Yrsa kind of makes a face, just kind of looking in the direction of that earthquake rumble thing. And she kind of looks back to the bodies of those creatures. Now this is just a working theory, and I don't want to concern anyone by any means necessary, but that feeling just now, it's very similar when I've dealt with those rifts before, if you remember, and when they kind of move and flex, I suppose is a good word for it, and open, a very similar feeling, tremor, happens. What if these things came from a rift nearby?
Oh.
That's kind of what I was just saying to Gideon while you guys were over there.
That would make sense.
I think we might all be on the same page then. And if that's the case, we need to go and find a way to close it. I'm not sure if.
Is there like a door?
Well, yes and no. It's it's not like a door that you walk into and through a house, or it's more like a portal or a gate. And yours has never seen one being closed before, right? Like that's not like a thing. Just like managed, right?
Right. That's what the Rift Wardens are for.
Right.
They can, from your knowledge, you know that you've never seen a rift be closed. However, you've only seen one rift.
Right.
But you have been able to, with exceeding arcane power or natural power, any magical power is able to focus towards a rift, kind of keep it from opening and keep it at bay, which is what you all in Lunaria have been doing for hundreds of years.
Yeah. So Vey kind of just raises his hand. He's like, all right, so, there's something similar where I'm from, and, I have someone who can probably help us close rifts. They're in the White Crest Mountains, though, so we'll have to go get them.
That should be okay.
So the problem is they can't leave the mountains. So it's probably going to be we get information from them, and then we have to come and do it ourselves, which is objectively terrifying.
I guess that's better than trying and doing it the wrong way and making things worse.
Yes, I think we should definitely ask first.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Oh.
Your still does not agree.
Yeah.
Weird. He's connected to the same internet as Joe, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Or maybe her
That's how the internet works.
maybe her laptop died. I mean, that's common.
Well, the network card could go bad too and stop getting, or there's errors in Windows that could have that happen.
Rianne, I wanted to ask Yrsa something, but she seems lost in thought. You and her spent a great deal of time near her rift, correct?
Correct.
How often did anything come through?
John, it wasn't very often. Maybe like once a month, at the most.
I would say, yeah. And there was nothing huge. It was like maybe like a fairy or like a pseudo dragon or like these very small kind of vague creatures, because the rift was very well managed.
Yes, nothing to this extent. Maybe once a month, but they were always smaller creatures. Nothing this size.
And there were hey, there's Yrsa.
Oh, it's gonna be on my phone because I have no internet access anymore for some reason.
Weird.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't even like get Wi-Fi to show up? Question mark. I don't know. Anyway, I'm so sorry.
You're good.
You're
You're good.
okay. I mean, not all rifts are created equal, but we don't even know if that's what this fully is. Perhaps it'd be better to get eyes on it, get some information, and then seek out some help.
Yes,
I fully agree. I agree. If that's what this really is, then we need to make sure we are being as cautious as possible, because these things are not the worst that could come from it. Things that are much larger, more chaotic and unstable
But I agree, getting eyes on it and understanding what we're dealing with is the first step.
Yursa, is this something where if we got knowledge, and you may not even know the answer to this, can we assume that most of these open rifts have similar ways to close them, so we don't have to continuously search for someone to help close a specific one?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I've never seen more than just one, and I've never known there to be a way to fully close the door. I've only ever found ways to manage, and that was my job. That is what a Rift Warden does, is manage who comes and goes. But if there is a way to close them and shut them down permanently, and I would assume that magic would work in different places and different rifts. But again, here's the other caveat to that. These portals go to different planes, each one of them. So I don't know what kind of magic would be needed to close if these creatures are from some abyss, or perhaps a different elemental plane altogether. I don't know. But that could be a factor as well, is where the doorways are coming from.
Right. Makes sense.
But that's a good question, and if we can close one, that's a good sign that others could be closed as well.
More knowledge that we started with.
Absolutely.
Yes, Gak.
In your vision, did you hear, did they say that it was like all the other planes were like opening up onto ours? Or are they all just opening?
From what I can gather, the way that the Raven Queen explained it to me was that the line between the planes was severely thinning. So I don't know if that's specifically our plane and the others with just ours, or if it's all of them encompassing on each other.
Because like,
So
I guess like if these things were from a certain plane and they were able to get to ours, it's possible that the door we're shutting isn't even a door to their plane, and it's a door to a different plane that they had already come through. I like if things are able to go like get to other planes easier now, then I feel like all the other planes are also in trouble.
it's very possible. I think maybe what would be best is to speak with the person Vay knows, see if they have any more information. We can all throw together all of what we know into just one big pile and see if there's anything we can do.
Yeah.
But good thinking, though. Something that we should keep in mind.
It's a DM question. So in this world, when we're talking about different planes, is essentially like almost like they're stacked, right, on top of each other? In like a sense, if you visualize it, or I guess not stacked, but maybe like running parallel.
I
don't know if that makes sense. My question, like like
right. So
yeah.
there is research that has been done on the planes over time. I would say definitely Gideon for sure would have this knowledge from just being that person who reads and has that education. I think you would also possibly know. There's a diagram that's been drawn for how the people on this plane, which is referenced as the Primaterial plane, which is the dawn of creation, where the gods decided, hey, this is where we're going to create shit. There is a diagram where the people on this plane were like, I think this is how it works. Not 100% sure. Like I've looked at like pieces of paper from this person that says he's traveled this ancient artifact that isn't from our plane and has a different language entirely. Like all of this historical information through thousands of years. The Primaterial plane is in the center, and around it is a line of what is the Shadowfell and the Abyss. After that, between that is the Astral Sea that kind of encompasses everything around it. It's this void of nothingness and like weirdness at the same time. It's just space. I don't know how to really describe it. And then you have the divine. The divine gates are around the Primaterial plane entirely, which are fortifying the Primaterial plane from other places. So the Shadowfell and the Abyss are like the inner planes, I guess, the ones closest to the Primaterial plane. Oh, Feywild as well. So those three: Abyss, Feywild, and Shadowfell. And then you have Mount Celestia, which is said where the gods live, and then you have the Nine Hells, which is like below, right? It's where the betrayer gods and like the devils live. There are many other planes, like the elemental planes. There are other planes that are said to be all but made of cog work and time. There are pocket planes that people have created over time that have become entire planes themselves and just created life within them. You've seen a diagram like this. Gideon, you've definitely seen a diagram like this, and I can see if I can find one. Because I do use one. And it is knowledge. Yeah, this isn't a great representation of it, but you gotta get the gist. You guys continue to talk while I try to find this.
You're fine. Because, like, that, I mean, the way Yursa just understands it, just kind of like how she's explained it in the past, is that, like, they are all essentially coexisting. Like, the planes are they're just in existence around us at all times. It's just those divine gates are what just kind of separates everything. And now that they're weak, that is what's causing the tears and the rifts to open. So basically what Gak was saying, Yursa would absolutely agree with that. It's putting all the planes in jeopardy, because now we could be encroaching on their area just as they are encroaching on us. So, yeah, Yursa would absolutely agree.
I'm sure the demons in the Abyss are really scared of the humans that stumble through that doorway. We're totally encroaching, They they're like, ooh,
free food.
Free food.
Just stand and open their mouths under the hole.
Like Tamatoa,
Yeah, snack.
It's a question while John's researching, and John might need to answer some of these. But so how much longer until we get to the White Crest Mountains and find this person from Bay, like day-wise?
So it kind of looks like this, but around the center there is a divine gate that separates everything. That's kind of the way it works. Days to, well, let's see. To get to Riftfolk will be about 5 days. And then you have to travel up the White Crest Mountains. which Vey does know some shortcuts. So I would say total to get to the Whitecrest Mountains to get to where Vey is from 10 to 12 days, depending on, stops or whatever happens. So about a week and some change, because a week is 10 days.
Okay, then based on Ursa's knowledge of rifts and the earthquake she felt in her nature check, can she tell roughly how far away the rift might be?
Good question.
No. It's not. It's days away.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
But still in the general direction we're headed, though.
Yeah. While this is all happening, Ursa, your voice in your head. Hello, sis?
Willow?
Right. I only have 25 words.
No, please don't.
Did you
do this to me.
feel that shake? I think another rift opened. Can you confirm?
Nicely done.
Sorry, I'm using a word counter.
No shame.
Perfect. Okay. She's going to say, yes, I felt it. I am on my way now to confirm. Stay safe, talk soon. And I have words left. Yes, I do. I love you.
Oh.
What a sweet sister.
That's my sister.
There's not another message sent, but the bracelet on your arm does get a little warm, reminding you that Willow is thinking of you.
She will squeeze that bracelet. Okay, well, I definitely think now it is exactly what we're thinking. It kind of like furrows her brow again. If my sister is feeling that as far away as she is, it's a little concerning. We should go. And we should definitely keep our eyes to the sky.
Agreed.
Well, let's get moving then.
All right. So, with that, I know there were things other people wanted to do. My question is, where I am, 12:05. I'm not sure if everyone is good to go a little bit longer, or you want to wrap the session here as you guys start traveling again.
I think that it might be a good place to wrap, because the things that we want to do are probably going to open a can of worms.
Yeah.
I love worms.
So is that a yes?
Ayla is a fish.
No, but I understand. Like, this is probably a good stopping spot.
Yeah, it's what everyone else wants to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is the best stop, because I think that once we get going again, I don't think it'll be very easy to find a good stopping point after this. Yeah.
Okay. So with that, after several heartwarming and deep conversations between several party members, a fight with these extraplanar abyssal creatures known as Bulguras, marrying two ghosts, and the party thinking about what is next on their list, with this possible rift that has opened maybe into the abyss. The party continues down the Razor Road, and that is where we're going to end the session.
Dude, nice. Woo! Oh yeah! Woo!
Did it.
We still recording? Or?
Yes, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to tune in Next time for the next episode of the Tales of Evrand. If you're watching on, you can only watch this on YouTube exclusive. Sponsor us, YouTube. Give me money. If you're
Full circle.
if you're watching on YouTube, do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment your favorite moment from the session. Wouldn't that be cool? There were a lot of good ones. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bow, now, 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 bow, bow.